available to me. And now I am looking at I think I'm almost there. Zoom meeting.
Almost.
Gallery view. 5,
Gallery
4,
view.
3, 2, 1, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am RC Robbin, and we are Shenanigans ttRPG. We play Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you so much for joining us. Please like and subscribe. Subscription is the lifeblood of YouTube. Please. We're gonna play D&D tonight. This is our 21st episode. If you haven't seen us before and this is your first time, welcome. But also, go back onto the channel and click some of the other links. I'm sure you'll enjoy our ongoing, continuing campaign of the natural ones that will soon introduce themselves. Before we do that, I just want to very quickly go through the group. Last session, we were supposed to level up on stream, and I forgot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to you guys one at a time, and you'll not only give me like a little description, but you and I will talk back and forth about like what cool shit that you guys got as a the fact that you leveled up. Okay. So let's go gallery view again so that we can see all 5 of us on the recording. Mr. Sirach, if I'm not mistaken, first of all, what does your character look like?
Sirach is a tall half-elf ranger, long silver hair, very attractive looking.
Outstanding.
The best looking out of the whole group, I would say.
Indubitably.
Yes.
Well, perhaps it's debatable, but hey.
Okay, Harry.
Yeah, I was gonna try and take that from
you. Don't like knife ears here.
Okay.
So what you took a level in Ranger, right? So
yes, I did.
You're 11 levels of Ranger and
what did
3
you
levels
call
of
them,
Warlock.
knife ears?
From Dragon Age.
As a result of taking a level in Ranger, what did you get for this?
I get a Ranger ability. I get to use multi-attack, and I chose Volley, which allows me to fire projectiles at any creature within 10 feet of another creature, as long as I take the attack action and have the ammunition.
Sweet. All right. And what's your maximum hit points?
My maximum hit points now is 105.
105. Okay, let's jump to Theoden, our dwarven cleric, who all 14 of his levels are a cleric of the high mountains. What does Theoden look like?
Right. Theoden looks like your typical dwarf, except for the fact he is outrageously dirty and disgustingly ugly. Got a big warty nose.
Okay.
One thing that we like to point out is that he has a bunch of bugs living and
actual
nesting.
living bugs in his beard.
Living bugs in his beard. Yeah.
Outstanding.
It's one of my favorite additions to him.
It's a great addition to the story. So for level 14, is there anything extra cool that you got as a 14th level cleric that you did not have last week?
My 7th level spell slot.
Oh, nice. And what is your maximum hit points?
My maximum hit points. 116.
116. Outstanding.
Yes,
Mr. PR, the Tiefling Warlock, all 14 levels of Warlock. What does your guy look like again?
So he is navy blue in color. He has black hair, black horns, even a little beard.
Working on that chin music.
Just a little one.
Yeah, exactly.
A little soul patch.
And what we were going over, what we were getting for our levels, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't actually get a whole lot. All I get is the other worldly patron feature, which is hurl through hell. So
tell us about that. What is that?
So if I successfully hit a target, I can choose to use this feature to instantly transport the target to the lower planes, and it'll disappear, hurl through a nightmarish landscape, and at the end of my next turn, it returns to the space it previously occupied or to the nearest unoccupied space. And if it's not a fiend, it'll take 10d10 psychic damage.
Oh,
and I can use it once per day.
Sounds like an exciting feature.
Very nice. Very nice.
And I have 95 hit points.
95. Okay, last but certainly not least, we have a gnome rogue/fighter. You took a level in rogue, right, Baka?
I did.
What does Baka look like, real quick?
Baka looks like a 3.5 foot gnome. He's good looking, and he has a white mohawk.
White mohawk.
And he wears black cloth.
Yeah.
Goes with the territory.
What? Yeah. What did you get for the level 9 in Rogue?
Yeah, so I got I'm an arcane trickster, so I got magical ambush, which gives me advantage when I cast spells from stealth or a creature's unaware I'm casting a spell on it.
Nice. So you get the sneak attack bonus added to the spell.
I don't know about the sneak attack bonus. It's just
Well,
I just get advantage on the.
Well, we'll discuss it because that would be kind of cool. But whatever. The point is,
I don't have any damaging spells anyways. It's all utility stuff.
Oh, okay. So, what is your maximum hit points?
It's 123.
And he's 123 because he has 5 levels of fighter, and you took a feat called tough.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
also gave 4 hit points to my lion cub.
Yes, for those of you that don't know, there are a few battle animals. We got a whole menagerie of pets here with the natural ones. Baka has, correct me if I'm wrong if I forget anybody. Baka's got Tora, who's just a regular orange tabby cat. We have Sagi the weasel. We have a lion cub named Ari, who is eventually going to be an actual battle animal on the battlefield in combat. And did I forget anybody okay, all right. So Pia has himself Splinter, who's a rodent he keeps in his pocket. And Sirach also has a lion cub. His name is Alistair. They're both brothers, Ari and Alistair. And Theoden has a blink dog. Blink dog's name is Chester. So basically all of Chester the blink dog and the 2 lion cubs. Right now, Chester is a battle animal, and the 2 lion cubs will eventually grow to be battle animals.
Yes,
So,
they will.
yes, they will. So it's also something you have to be very careful about because I don't mind killing any of you, but I'm an animal lover, and I don't want to have a pet funeral. Okay, guys?
Yeah, me
There's one more
neither,
thing,
Chris.
Chris.
Yes, go for it.
With the addition of level 9, I got my proficiency bonus to finally +4.
Nice.
Thus giving me a +16 on stealth and sleight of hand.
Oh my God, you
And I
are
also
practically
have a Fey
invisible.
Owl as well.
Fey Owl, which have you named? Have you
Fey,
named your
Fey.
I have not named it yet. No.
Oh, come on, it's
Name it
Give me
Fey
listen,
Fey.
some Tootsie Pop.
just because it's from the Feywild doesn't mean that it still exists as a creature. It yearns for a name. Well, anyway, really quickly, let's get back into the story. I will give you a recap as quickly as possible so we can get going. You were fleeing from the floating city, the Emerald Enclave floating city known as Kirillith, for reasons which I will not get into, but let's just say the city was burning. After traveling for a few hours that next evening, you were stumbled upon by a friend. Her name is Rexa. She is an intelligence agent for various factions who took a liking to Theoden.
Also a dragon.
Also a black dragon, which she wanted to keep a secret. But, the thief in the group, Baka, figured it out by following her one night, that she actually is a black dragon in disguise. But that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is that Rexa informed them that because of the damage done to Kirillith, there's going to be an emergency meeting in the city of Eladon, which is run by the Lord's Alliance. This meeting is known as a sanctuary meeting, where anyone from any faction or any group, so long as they lay down their arms and promise not to fight, can speak their mind and share information. And all the factions are planning to be there in about a week. Using partial magical means, the group were able to make it to the city of Eladon for the first time after a week had gone by, and found out from a bulletin board 2 things. One, it's a 2-day meeting. It starts tomorrow morning. It's about 6 p.m. in the evening. And tomorrow morning is when the first day of the 2 days happen. And the second one is that there's a wanted poster on the job board in Eladon with all of their faces on it, saying that they're wanted for various crimes and that they are aligned with the Zentarum, the dreaded Zentarum, which is the supposed bad guys of this faction war that is obviously, we're heading towards at some point in the future.
Right.
Who's in costume? Who's in disguise? Just as a reminder.
I am Nog.
Nog. What does Nog look like? This is some kind of
Nog
disguise
is-
self spell?
Yeah, and Nog is a desert turtle wizard.
Turtle wizard man.
Yes. And he's
Outstanding.
very
And-
unique, but doesn't have a very aggressive demeanor to him,
So I think Baka also is in costume.
Yeah, I'm a average-looking dwarf with a long beard.
Okay.
Better looking than Theoden, which
Better looking. And I think if I remember correctly, the beard
Yeah.
was really,
Not hard.
really long in order to poke fun at Theoden.
yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So imagine
Yeah, we're all
yourselves.
laughing, Baka.
Imagine yourselves in the inside the walls on the busy thoroughfare in the city of Eladon, next to the job board on the side of a building. You're staring at these two posters. What would you like to do?
Player to player
Take it
though, real
down.
quick. Jacob, I hope you thought about what to say this session with the inevitable meeting.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll never tell.
Not gonna tell the viewers.
I
Not
just
yet.
asked if you thought, if you gave it thought. That's
Not
it.
yet.
They will find out.
So it's the season is fall. It's getting darker earlier. It's basically almost sunset. Think of 6:30. Cool breezes off, through the walls. It's crowded city. You do see a lot of gnomes, which is interesting. Neither here nor there, but there just happen to be a larger population of gnomes than you're used to seeing in major cities. It does look like in a kind of advanced city. You do notice there are what look like horseless carriages, which is kind of weird. Not all over the place, very sporadic. There obviously are your
So it's
standard.
just carriages, just without the
They
horse?
they literally look like carriages without the horses. It's
Okay.
bizarre. Like where there should be a horse, there isn't one. And you see even one basically pulling itself. It's very strange. You've never seen anything like this before. But
Okay.
other than that, it's just a standard city.
We should get one.
So
Sure.
what do you do?
Take the wanted poster.
Okay, you rip the wanted poster down, fold it up, put it in your pocket.
David.
You now have the possession of the
Why do you
pocket.
do that so blatantly? You gotta do it stealthily. Looking.
Oh,
Did anyone
such a
notice?
rogue.
Make a perception check, Baka.
19?
19, no one noticed.
Yay.
Yeah, I knew it.
Or at least you believe that no one noticed.
Ooh.
Who knows? With a 19, you're relatively sure that no one noticed.
Well, I noticed.
So what would you guys like to do? Be specific.
Let's get
I
it
want
in.
those horseless carriages.
What do you want to do?
Considering that this is technically like a sanctuary type of setting right now,
Mhm.
I think even if we are recognized, we'll be okay.
We should find out. We should not make that assumption, though. We should make sure that.
I
What do you
think
want
we're
to
gonna
just
be
go
fine.
ask?
Let's just go ask about the sanctuary.
Just
find
ask,
some
like, hey,
officials.
excuse me, we're wanted, but I just want to make sure that it's okay. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, more or less.
Well, you're disguised, so go
I-
ask people to
yeah.
like, hey, if you were to see these people in town, what would happen?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I have to do it.
Yeah, you have to do it.
You're
the one.
disguised.
Go ahead,
They
Nog.
would recognize me and Theoden right away.
So what do you do, Nog?
Yeah,
All right, give me the poster, and let me get in Nog mode.
Okay.
I mean,
So I'm
Baka can
assuming
do it too.
Theoden that you give him the poster, correct?
yes.
Okay, so he hands the turtle wizard the poster. What do you do
Okay,
next?
so I have it. Now, do I see a guard?
Make a perception check.
Okay, and 13.
Yeah, absolutely. There's several guards at the gate that you just entered through, and they're stationed two to pretty much every corner. So it's easy enough to find a guard. Do you approach one?
I'll approach the one that actually let us in if he's still there.
Okay, he is still there. If memory serves, he's a virtual clone of Theoden, only he's a human. By clone, I mean that he's balding. He's got a big bulbous nose. He's got a beard that looks like it doesn't have bugs, but it's got like crumbs in it. Big belly, but he's like the 6-foot version of the 4-foot Theoden.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, you're the turtle man who was actually polite to me and decided to tell me the truth.
Yes.
So what can I do for you, Mr. Turtle Man?
Well, I saw this, and I'm gonna hold the poster up.
Oh yes, this is a wanted poster. The Centarum, they're very, very, very shady characters.
But if this is a sanctuary situation, right?
What do you mean? What do you mean, Mr. Turtle Man?
If
I'm sorry.
they-
What is your name, sir?
My name is Nog the Great.
Nog the Great. I very
Nog
very presumptuous,
Shellington.
you, but Nog the Great. So what do you mean by sanctuary situation?
Like with this meeting council happening, can we can these people be here without
Hey, that's very funny, Mr. Turtleman. The sanctuary event itself, which takes place at this spot, he points over in the direction towards what you assume to be an administrative section or, an industrial section of the city. And he points down in that direction. He says, the building there, the meeting is there from tomorrow, most of the day, and the following day. Sanctuary meeting means that you can attend the event and not worry about the consequences of your actions or speaking. We want people to be open and honest about what they've seen out on the road, and we want it to be a fair exchange of ideas and secrets. But as far as laws broken within the city itself, this is not a sanctuary city. If you break the law, you will suffer the consequences. And these individuals on that piece of paper are wanted for questioning. So they will be taken in if found.
I understand.
As well, I'm glad we have made the clarification. You don't happen to know any of these individuals, do you?
I've seen them long ago, and
Oh.
I've been hunting them down ever since.
Make a deception or performance check. Either one, deception or performance, whichever you prefer.
26.
26. He believes you. He believes you in his soul. He knows
Not
that
even
you
roll
are
insight.
26. Come on. All right.
I want
you
to
know
see
what?
the natural 20.
I rolled a 4.
Oh.
So anyway, you could just tell that like he wants to grab a beer with you. You're so genuine. He says, "Well, thank you, Mr. Nog. It's been a pleasure to have a conversation with someone who respects the lawfulness of our city. Have a fine day."
Oh, you as well.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
Well,
And
shit.
he goes back to his business.
you. Okay, and I'm gonna go back to the group nonchalantly and
Sure.
try to blend in and
Sure.
relay the information to them.
Yes,
Saying
so-
basically, yeah, we're pretty fucked here if we're gonna stay here.
What the fuck are you gonna do
What did
now?
he say? Why are we
They-
wanted?
They think we're members of the Zentarum and they want to pull us in for questioning. So I don't know.
Members of the Zentarum.
Yes.
God.
Just to give the audience a heads up, this is an ongoing story plot line. There are 5 major factions basically vying for control. You may have heard some of these names in some of the official D&D lore. Whatever you know about these factions, please ignore it for the purposes of this campaign. I just use the names because they sound cool and have given them their own separate kind of identities and backstories as a result. So don't bring any built-in knowledge about the Zentarum to this stream. But in any event, there was a former king. There was a revolution. The king was overthrown about 2.5 years ago. His son, Prince Ryan, looks to ascend to the throne, and it's believed that the Zentarum are aligned with Prince Ryan, and that each of the other 4 factions kind of like, they cast like negativity towards the Zentarum. So that's basically where we're at in our campaign. So you're standing in a group, you're in front of the job board. Instead of 2 flyers, there's 1 flyer. What you guys like to do?
Take the other flyer.
Yeah, take that flyer.
Rip the other flyer. The other flyer, sanctuary flyer,
Rip it down.
is also in your possession as well. On that piece of paper, it says like "You are here," and then a design in a map to show you how to get to the building where the sanctuary conference is going to take place tomorrow.
This will come in handy later.
Yes, it will. Can't get lost with that piece of paper. So good decision.
I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Basically, I think we should send Pia and one other person tomorrow to this meeting to represent us. But Pia has Dimension Door to escape quickly if needed. We shouldn't go in an all force because I don't know. It's gonna be a slugfest if we do.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
I mean,
PI, you still got that disguise kit?
I think I gave it to Baka.
You didn't give it to me.
No.
Well, it's somewhere in the group.
Somewhere in the group.
Cash. So
Okay.
let's say that the disguise kit, the actual like makeup and Hollywood disguise kit, is still somewhere in the
after
group.
I did that terrible job that one time, I gave up on it and gave it to one of you guys.
Gotcha.
It can be scrounged up from somebody's backpack if necessary.
Fair enough. Maybe
Okay.
Harry was holding it.
I have a forgery kit. That's
I mean,
Oh, I almost forgot. There's a fifth member of your group who is his name is Harry. And
Harry
he's a
Harrington?
dwarf. He's got a little scruff on his chin. He used to be clean shaven, but he's basically decided to grow a little bit of a chin music. He wears armor. He's a cleric of the Platinum Dragon. He is also a writer and an aspiring novelist who follows around the group and wants to create a chronicle of their adventures. And every so often, he becomes terrified of the situation because he's a little bit of a nervous one. But he's shown a lot of
Growth and courage.
yes, I can't say it
And
better than myself.
bravery.
He's shown some bravery lately, thanks to the assistance of the group. But anyway, he's trailing behind you guys with the horses, as usual.
yeah, you want to take Harry with you?
I think he was on that list, that poster too, though.
Yeah, he was. Yes.
Well,
he
we
was.
all are, but
But Harry's not really disguised, is he?
No. So the two people that aren't disguised. Well, actually, three people. You've got Theoden, the two dwarves, Theoden and Harry have no disguise, and I'm assuming Sirach has no disguise.
Nope.
Yeah, and
Maybe I
that
should
silver
go.
hair might stand out. You never know.
maybe I should go with Pia then, just because I can stealth and I can teleport and I can use disguise self if needed. So I have plenty of options of escaping.
Well, I mean, I do have invisibility too. I can
I have
make
that
us
as well.
both. I can make us both invisible, and we can figure something out. I mean, what did you want to do?
I just want to. We should probably try to clear our name or
I think the
attempt
only
something.
way we're gonna do that is if we willingly allow ourselves to get captured for questioning.
we might get an opportunity if we attend the meeting. I think we should just.
I mean, we could just lay low until the meeting and just show up and see how everyone reacts. We can do that too.
And
You
then
know?
maybe have whoever doesn't go attend the meeting be ready to leave quick just in case.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's probably our best bet so we don't get caught doing something stupid,
Boom,
Is
boom, boom, boom. Excuse me, folks, ladies and gentlemen, could you move out of the way? One of those horseless carriages is sputtering its way through the streets, and he kind of pulls it over to the side because it seems to be malfunctioning in some way. And he conks out like right next to you, and an individual who looks like a wizard gets out of the front seat and makes his way over to the hood, lifts it up, and starts looking inside.
I'm gonna peek over his shoulder
Yeah.
stealthily.
So you want to make a stealth roll? You want to actually hide, or do you? wanna-
Yeah, I'll make a stealth roll. Sure.
Stealth roll.
Don't roll them.
Dirty 20. I got a
Dirty
4.
20. He with the dirty 20, he is completely oblivious to the fact that you're standing right next to him, because he's basically looking at where what you'd imagine an engine would be is basically not an engine. It's an empty chamber with what looks like a gem of some kind. It's a clear gem that's floating, suspended in the chamber where an engine would be, let's say, and it's just floating there and spinning, and it's empty other than that gem.
Using my limited arcane knowledge, can I tell what this gem is or its
Make an
purpose?
arcana check. Arcana. Is
Oh,
anyone else
hello.
also? Is the only reason why I haven't let anyone else join in is because he snuck over. Does
Right.
anyone else like make their presence known and walk over, or you just
I'll very calmly approach.
okay? So as
But
you're
I-
approaching,
but I'm not gonna like make eye contact. I'm just gonna kind of walk and just kind of awkwardly stand there.
gotcha. So as you're making your way over, make that Arcana check.
I want to be there too.
Okay. I got
rolled
9.
a natural
You
20.
rolled a 9. So this is granted you are an arcane trickster as part of your your backstory, but this is beyond anything that you've ever seen. This is some pretty sophisticated magic. And as Theoden and Pia, aka Nog, the turtle wizard, make their way over to this vehicle, we'll call it. You notice he's casting he's doing some sort of arcane magic onto the stone as you walk up.
Jacob got
Okay.
a 20.
I got a nat 20
And that 20 on what?
on the Arcana check.
Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Ah.
Okay, so as you look over his shoulder and you watch what he's doing, you've never seen anything specifically like this, but you put 2 and 2 together and you realize that he's using his magical powers to charge up the stone in obviously some kind of absorption or maybe like a fuel source of some kind. That this vehicle uses magic, and that stone is functioning kind of like as its propellant system. It's pretty obvious to you that that's what's going on.
Okay.
Since you did not stealth your way over, you just went over normally. I rolled a 19 on my perception check. The wizard looks over his shoulder at the dwarf and the wizard, and he's got a smile on his face. Oh, hello there. It's a pleasure to see you. Curious about my new toy, I see.
Yes, indeed.
Well, it's called a cobblesnot. It's the latest in technology here in the city of Eladon. I'm very proud. It's something that not everyone can afford. I'm not trying to insinuate anything, but
What does it do?
well, it's basically you sit in it and you carry goods in it, and it takes you places without having to feed it hay. It's just lovely. I love this vehicle.
So it
Chris.
works off of magic.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
While he's talking to those two,
Yes.
I want to use Mage Hand and steal it.
You're okay. Absolutely. Make a sleight of hand check.
God.
It's 20, 36.
36.
Yeah.
So
But-
while he's talking,
What the?
28.
of
I'm
them-
sorry. 28.
28. While
Oh, so
while they're
My
having
math was so wrong.
while they're having this conversation, none of you, your friends or this individual is aware of what you're doing. The spectral, partially see-through mage hand reaches in, wraps it around the gem, but the gem does not move. If it's able to be removed from the cobblesnot, it basically needs to be stronger than a mage hand to do it. So what's going on with this conversation while that's happening?
I'm gonna ask him, does it work off of like straight magic?
Yes, it says it's actually it's preserved for magic users because it needs magic to power it. I would hate for someone who doesn't use magic to be stuck out on the open road and it would lose its capacity to propel itself.
Well, that's what I'm worried about.
Yes, but I'm not sure it is limited to just arcane forces. I think divine forces will power it as well as I hear other types of druidic magics will work just as fine. If you would like to know, the creator of this wonderful device, Sylvia Cobblesnot, I could point you
That's
in the
where the name comes from, huh?
Yes, she named it after herself, as you can tell. It's a lovely thing. If you'd like to visit her shop, I could point you in the right direction.
Yeah, point us over there.
Can I
So-
steal it manually now too?
Make another sleight of hand check.
God damn it, Baka.
Do this one at disadvantage, though, because he's starting to turn his attention back towards the stone itself. Disadvantage, I know for you, is probably still in dirty 20.
Yeah, it's a 23.
23. Let's see if he notices. I rolled a 10. He does not notice. So you try to remove it with your physical hand, and it doesn't move. It's literally, it's held in place by some sort of magical energy. It cannot move.
All right, I'll back off.
I mean, there might be a spell that you could cast that would make it be removed from the car, but physical manipulation cannot get the stone out. So he closes, after casting his spell, he closes the hood. Hi, jump in, please. Have a seat. I think it might not be enough room for all of you. And plus,
How much do one of these go for?
Well, I'm a special client of Sylvia. I'm sure that she'll quote you a different price. Plus, they're custom handmade. So I think maybe you should talk to. Yeah, I see that you have horses with your stable boy. Hey, I'm not a stable boy. Harry says from the back.
No, he's not a stable boy.
You know, he puffs his chest out and scratches his chin. He says, I'm sorry, blood chap. I apologize. Follow me with your horses and such around the other side, and I'll take you to her shop. Do you guys follow her? Follow him?
Come on, stable boy, I'll take the horses with you.
Harry's like, it's so insulting. God, I'm gonna be.
You know I'm joking, Harry.
All right. Well, I don't mean you. I mean that guy. That guy's
Yeah, he is kind of insulting.
Oh my
Stupid
God.
old people.
Jeez.
We don't
Anyway,
need old people anymore.
so the vehicle stumbles along. You think because it's going through a crowded street, a thoroughfare where lots of people walk in the streets and in and around horse-drawn carriages, it's difficult for you to know how fast this vehicle would travel. It goes maybe you see it, witness it going at least as fast as a horse-drawn carriage. You don't really know. Anyway, after about 10 minutes or so, he leads you to the residential area of the city, and it honestly leads you to what looks like just a private house. And then he pulls over the car, gets out, the cobblesnot, excuse me, and follows you and basically trails you guys to go around the back of the building. Do you follow him?
Oh.
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay, so he does not wait for anyone. He shows no patience at all for the people who are basically showing caution. And Theoden, you notice the equivalent of a 2-car garage with the garage doors open. And
Okay.
do you look inside the 2-car garage, Theoden?
What, like a garage?
It looks like a garage. Imagine to yourself like the back of a house that has a 2-car garage that's built under the house.
Okay.
And both doors are open. And from this distance, looking inside, it's a little on the dark side. Do you take a look at the 2-car garage?
Absolutely.
Okay, make a perception check.
Perception. 13.
13 is enough. Okay, I want you to imagine a mechanics shop with tools and parts everywhere, like the most disorganized mechanic shop in the history of all shops. You literally it'd be a complete obstacle course to walk around anything. Both of the 2-car garages with the doors open are filled literally to the point of like 3 feet high, full of junk. But somewhere buried inside there is another vehicle like the Cobblesnot that basically has stuff in and around it. So it'd be very difficult to get out unless someone took like a half hour or so to move the stuff out of the way. And with your 13, that is too low. You do not notice anyone amidst all of the junk. Everybody else, you've lost sight of Theoden. What do you do?
Go in a shop.
So
I'll follow in. Yeah,
so the rest of you make your way around the side of the building and towards the back. Harry's like, don't mind me. I'll hold the horses. I'm not interested in this Cobblesnot anyway. The guy's a jerk. So he stays in front.
I don't like that guy.
Yeah, he stays in front. Harry stays in front with the horses. And you make your way into the back. Let's everyone make a perception check.
Perception. Me
Let me
too
know.
or no?
No, you already rolled.
Okay.
Perception.
Okay.
16.
16 for Pia.
18.
18 for Baka.
7.
7. So Baka, you're the first to notice a female individual grease monkey with basically oil all over her face and holding a wrench. She's honestly, how she gets in and out of her own garage is a mystery because you see basically the top. Her eyes are basically all you see are her eyes over the sea of metal, and she goes, "Hi, I'm Sylvia. Are you interested in the Cobblesnot 2000?"
Oh gosh, it reminds me of Desdemona.
Hi.
Get ready to fall in love.
Yes, I
just
believe we
Desdemona.
are.
Awesome. They're all custom made. Thank you so much.
It's a trap.
No, it's not a trap. I just like to tinker with things. Thank you. She steps out in front, adorable, dark-haired gnome.
Okay.
Wearing like a tank top and a pair of short shorts and holding a wrench. And I have to say, I don't know what you're into, but it depends on your personal taste. She's gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous, and she's obvious. She takes a dirty rag. She's filled with like fucking oil and shit. But starts
Even
wiping.
better.
like that.
Yeah, exactly. Starts wiping her hands and goes, "How can I help you, gentlemen? I've never seen a turtle before. You're adorable."
Thank you.
She puts her hands on her waist and
stop
basically stands there proud of her workshop. She goes, so I'm making something that no one else in the realm has. It's basically it's torture, it's animal cruelty to take horses and make them ride around without asking them, have you ever spoken to a horse? They don't like it sometimes. Now I'm creating horseless carriages. Now I don't have the ability yet to mass produce them, but everything's got to start somewhere. Are you guys interested in buying one?
A little bit.
Awesome.
Yes.
So right now, because they're handmade and because I only have one extra one to sell that is a working condition, it would cost 10,000 gold pieces.
10 what?
10,000 gold pieces.
How about 7,000 and you get to go on a date with the turtle?
Make a persuasion check.
Whoa, hey.
No,
She looks.
Here.
A 16.
A 16. She goes, I don't think you should talk for your turtle friend himself. I think he should speak for himself. And she locks eyes onto the turtle.
Fair.
He wants to get some turtle dick.
What's the answer to that question?
Well, I do find you very attractive. I'm a businesswoman first, and I think I can make some concessions. I can give you some extra parts in the event that the vehicle breaks down, and I could probably do a little better than the 10,000 gold if you're seriously interested. Would you like to take it for a test drive?
How big is the vehicle? We are a large party. With
Okay,
pets.
so by looking at the vehicle, and she points at the vehicle that's basically partially submerged under all of these extra metal parts, right? In one of the two car garages. It looks like the size of a large 4-door sedan. It doesn't look like a modern vehicle. It definitely looks like a horse-drawn carriage without a horse. It's the closest estimation I can think of. Imagine to yourself like a car from the 1920s. That's probably what a close estimation of the styling of what this thing looks like. It looks like you could fit 4 people in the vehicle, 1 driver and then 3 other people. Just think standard, like passenger seat, 2 people in the back.
We would need something bigger.
That's all I really have created at the moment. I mean, I could put in a custom order, but it's going to take me, in all honesty, weeks, if not months, to create. This is really the only one I have. And the reason why I'm sticky on the price is because I know what I need in order to mass produce these. And the 10,000 gold will help me build a factory in order to mass produce these. I'm sure in the future they'll be cheaper, but right now they're made by hand, one at a time. So
I'll leave it up to the dwarf.
To the dwarf.
Yeah.
Do we have 10,000 gold pieces?
I have like 3.
I have about 5.
also DM to players, okay? I am not requiring you to buy a cobblesnot just because it just happens to be a city where they have it.
Oh, I have 1,000 platinum. That's a lot.
That's 10,000 gold.
Yeah, 1,000 platinum is 10,000 gold.
All right.
It doesn't mean you have to buy it. You do have horses. It's not.
Fuck the horses then.
But it won't fit all of us.
Yeah, it's too small.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
But my horse Reskin, he hasn't run away from us yet. We've been
I
stolen.
like
I'll be
my
right back.
horse.
That is an accomplishment. I mean, I know a couple of us have tried to run away from you before.
Well, it looks
The
like
whole
you
group.
gentlemen. It looks like you gentlemen aren't quite ready to make a decision yet, which is totally
No.
fine. I'm gonna go back to work. I'll be here. If at any time you've changed your minds, just feel free to come back, and I'm sure we can make a deal. But I'm gonna.
Sure.
All right. So you
What's
gentlemen.
their what's the max speed of them?
Well, I mean, it goes as fast as your average horse.
And the how often do you need to recharge it?
Well, these are good questions. I think depending on the power of your magical abilities, if you're a very powerful magic user, it can run for most of the day. If you're not as powerful, it may be a few hours. It really depends on your skill as in the arcane or the divine.
Thank you.
You're
We'll
welcome.
consider it.
Absolutely. So she goes back to work inside her thing. Now that you know the mage that basically showed you the way here, you know the spot. You could easily retrace your steps and find Sylvia Cobblesnot's factory, so to speak, her
I'll write it
private
down.
residence. Yeah. So there's no reason why you'd have to feel that you get lost. You know where it is in case you want to come back. So it is, let's say, 7:30 in the evening. You have your horses still. What would you guys like to do? Tomorrow at 10 a.m. is the first day of the 2 days of the Sanctuary Conference. Is there anything you'd like to do with the evening?
We go. Hang on.
We should probably find it in.
It'd be
Yeah.
great
Keep
if
in
we
mind, you also have all of your pets trailing you. By the way, that gentleman who actually led you here, once you go back out to the front, his car is gone. He's gone. He basically showed you where it was and then took off.
And you took our pets.
No. You have your
Very
pets.
good.
Your pets are trailing around your feet, basically keeping within a short distance of you. Some pets, like the rodent Splinter, is in Pia's pocket. The Sagi, the weasel, is around. I always assume that Sagi is around Baka's neck, unless he tells me otherwise.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah. So.
Tor is with me though.
The
He's
least you could have did was give us a ride back.
Nope, we're stuck here now.
Harry there with, well, you're not really stuck there because Harry's there with the horses, all of your horses, which have not been stabled yet, and he basically has a guilty look on his face.
I want to ask Sylvia a question.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Sylvia, where are some good
Yes.
inns to stay?
Oh, they're all over. This is a big city. There's plenty of inns. Absolutely. Do you have a map?
Yes, I think.
Ooh.
Okay,
Did
so
we tear one down?
no. I'm just wondering if your character in his travels has a map. Oh,
not,
yes,
not of this city.
not of this big city. Did you?
We have the direct map to the conference.
Well, she says, well, I don't have a map. She gives you a series of lefts, rights, and straights. I want Baka. Baka, you're the only one having this conversation with her, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Baka, make just an intelligence check real quick. No, I'm sorry, intelligence saving throw.
It helps.
Intelligence.
Go down this road, take a left at the Dunkin',
Exactly.
then you keep going, and then you're going to get to another Dunkin', you're going to take
Yeah.
another left.
Exactly.
I got an 11.
An 11.
Bostonian in me.
You think you think
You
you
hit
remember.
the Dunkin', you went too far.
Far, yeah.
Yeah. She gives you left, right, and straight directions, neglecting to mention any Dunkin' Donuts. But you think you remember. and-
Neglecting to mention anything.
but here's the
Ye
situation.
old Dunkin' Donuts.
So, do you guys follow Baka to her directions to an inn/tavern?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so unfortunately, it takes about an hour. It's a 10-minute walk that takes an hour because he sends you in the wrong direction a couple of times.
That's
It's
really
eight.
flipping you off.
It's
Chris.
8.
Damn it, Baka.
So 8:30.
It was right around the corner. It was,
It was
literally just
literally-
on the other side of her shop, and we just walk around for an hour.
So you are at an inn. You have your horses. What would you like to do?
Sorry, man. That was overall distracted me.
Oh, were we supposed to go to a stable?
I mean, you can if you want to.
Or...
The horses basically will be tied to the hitch
We
out
could
front.
sell the horses.
Oh, for God's sake.
We don't need them anymore.
We can't even all fit in a sedan.
We sell the horses.
A sedan.
Baka carries us.
That's what he said. It was the size of a sedan.
We need a minivan.
Yeah, let's get a mini.
We
need
need
a-
a we need a
we need
fucking
an RV.
Hummer. Let's be
We
yeah.
need no, an RV, man. We got the
That's a lot
menagerie
of
too.
gas, though.
What's gas?
We need a Suburbosaurus. That's what we need.
A suburban store.
I'm sure she'll get to work on one in the next year or two in the campaign timeline. I'm sure she'll be great.
We'll
Hey,
still be
we'll be
playing then.
here. We'll
Yeah.
be here in the next year.
That's true. That's true.
Just go around the map a little bit, come back, be like, hey, you got that 10 passenger vehicle? We're here
Yeah.
for it.
So what would you guys
Double
like to
decker
do?
bus.
Yeah, right.
How much
Well,
are
we
the
should-
rooms?
We should bring the horses to a stable, I think.
We'd have to.
right,
otherwise
so
we'd
make
get
a,
fucked over again.
I need 2 players to make an investigation check. Either
do one.
one each
Yeah,
or
you
one
do
person
one.
rolls twice. 'Cause
Ah,
I'm
you
assuming
shouldn't-
the-
you shouldn't have let me do it.
So you rolled
God
one.
damn
right?
it.
Did you
I
roll
rolled
one
it.
die? Did you roll one
Yeah.
die? So
Yeah.
somebody else
Great.
roll another die.
I rolled. I'm wasting it.
What'd
Got
you
a
roll?
nat 20.
Okay, so nat
Good, 'cause
20.
I got
That's all right,
5.
though. That's all right. I'll take
I was
it.
gonna
Alright.
say, guys, by the way, we should maybe look for a magic shop since this is a major city. Maybe they have some stuff.
You guys in your magic shop.
Dude, we got lots of money. What are we supposed to do with it?
Okay,
Save
so
it for a
first,
rainy day.
first
Fix
off,
our house.
Save it for when we need to get a minivan.
with that natural 20,
Jail.
you notice with the natural 20 that the stable is next door to the inn tavern. So that was
How convenient.
sorry. So you
The ranger uses a nat 20 to be like, "Hey, look, it's right there."
there.
Like I probably could have done that
Wow,
in my
I didn't
sleep.
see that. Thank you for pointing that out.
Pia got distracted. He's still thinking about the horseless carriage. But anyway,
Yeah.
so
He's like, that's
you-
so cool.
you find out that to stable your 5 horses will cost basically 1 gold piece for the week per horse. So it would basically cost 5 gold pieces to stable the
I'll
5
pay.
horses for 1 week.
I'll pay it.
That's a half a platinum, 5 gold pieces. So Pia minus 5 gold. The
No,
horses for
I said I'd pay it.
Oh, you did?
Buck
Okay.
Baka.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
sorry.
the one like, oh, what are we gonna spend all our money on? So
Stabling
Okay,
our horses.
so the horses are.
Drinking heavily.
Does anybody have any valuables in their saddlebags of their horses? Just out of curiosity.
Anything in the saddlebags, you can just put
No.
into the pouch of holding.
Good, thank you very much. So any large valuable, anything on your person, you now have that zippered pouch of holding. You put that stuff in the pouch. You keep the pouch on your person. Right now, Baka has the pouch on his person. So just so everyone
Speaking
knows.
of which, can I try to put my hand in and pull out some bracers?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
God's sake.
Natural one.
Natural 1. You do not find any bracers.
Oh,
Apparently, the
shucks.
previous owner of the zippered pouch of holding did not put bracers in there so that you weren't able to reach
Zippered
anything.
pouch. of
He
holding.
pulls out braces.
Maybe perhaps, right?
Yeah,
So-
book.
So
That's not bracers.
the horses are stabled. What would you like to do?
Get something to eat. Get a room.
Absolutely. You enter the tavern. It is a very crowded establishment of
Very
various races and genders. There are several barmaids. There is a roaring fire. There is a 3-piece band playing acoustic music in the corner. It's dark, lit by candle lights and by the roaring fire. Since it was a little chilly outside as the night went down, it's kind of very inviting feeling. So do you look for a table? Do you go to the bar? What would you like to do?
We go to a table.
Yeah, let's get a table.
So you find yourselves at a table that fits the 5 of you. You sit down. Barmaid comes over. She is a very pretty dwarf. Hello, gentlemen. What would you like?
How you
Some
doing,
drinks?
sweetheart?
Yes, I'm fine. So what would gentlemen like to eat and drink?
What do you
I'll
got
have
good
a
to eat?
pint of your finest ale.
Would you like? Are you buying around for your boys as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
okay.
he is.
Yes.
So round of ale. The
Yes, he
special. Do
is.
you want to hear the specials?
Whoa,
Yes,
whoa, whoa!
please.
I have this. I owe you guys. Remember for the debacle wedding.
Oh, that's true. You do owe us drinks for the wedding.
I have.
Party
I have.
favorites,
And
yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
tip her a whole gold.
A gold piece for the a gold
For the
piece for
drinks.
her. She's very happy about that. She slides it in her apron in the front. She winks at you and she says the specials for today is fish and chips and also meat and potatoes.
Wow,
Stew.
how English.
Take it all.
Oh, okay. Double order of that. Within a few minutes, she comes out. She comes out with a pitcher of mead, with a bunch of steins. She pours it for you guys. She's laying it on real thick because she got the gold from Baka. She's trying to do a real nice job in order to keep you guys satisfied and full of food. 2 large trays within 15 minutes come out. One with steak and potatoes and meat. And the other one is honestly, it's like a fried kind of sea something. You don't know if it's clams. You don't know if it's calamari. You don't know what it is, but it's something from the sea that's fried over a bed of sliced potatoes. And the food is good. Honestly, the food is good. She asks you before she leaves, will you gentlemen be looking to buy a room or a room for the night? Because my uncle,
one of those.
he'll give you a discount on the food if you rent the room in the same transaction.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Beautiful. How many rooms do you need?
3.
3 rooms. Okay, so normally the food that on the table will cost 2 gold, but it'll be half, 50% off. It'll be 1 gold for the food. If you rent the rooms, I'll go back to my uncle and get the rates. I'll be right back. And she skitters off through the crowd. I need someone to make a perception check for the group.
I'll do it.
Baka, perception check.
18.
18. With an 18, you notice there is a bald human who's close to 7 feet tall with dark skin. He's wearing leather armor, and he's surrounded by shorter, paler, fatter other humans. He seems to be the obvious leader. They're near the fireplace, near the 3-piece band. He is staring at your table hard. He has not made any aggressive moves. He has not gotten up from his table, but you do notice with an 18 that he has been looking at you guys like for the last 5 minutes.
All right, when the waitress comes back, I'm going to give her another gold, and I'm going to say, get those gentlemen all around on me.
Okay. She smiles and she says, thank you. She goes back. You notice that the food is good, with the exception of that. By the way, Baka, do you tell them? Well, no, actually, since I asked for 1 roll, for the entire group, then obviously after Baka, what happens is that even if you don't notice the human staring at your table, you notice Baka staring at the human, and that brings your attention to the table. So everyone knows that something's going on with that table in the corner near the fireplace.
Okay.
You're trying your best to be discreet about it. You're not doing the stare down, but you know that he's got something's going on. So she brings. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was going to say I'm going to use the earring to let them know that they might have discovered who we are.
Gotcha. Okay. So she brings over the drinks. You see a smile crack across the leader's face. He motions to his henchmen, so to speak, if that's what they are. They start sipping their drinks, almost looking for approval from him, like, are we allowed to drink this? And he kind of nods, and then they hungrily drink down their drinks. The human with the dark skin, who seems to be the leader, downs it, slams down the stein, gets up from the table with a smile on his face, walks over, and goes, so who's responsible for... He's 7 feet tall. He's almost looks like a professional basketball player. That's how tall this guy is.
Nice.
And he goes, who's responsible for this generosity?
I am. Good day, mate. How you do?
Hey.
Good night, mate.
Name's Bernie.
Hey,
Hey,
How you
thank-
doing, Chaka?
Well, thank you, Bernie. Thank you, Bernie. I appreciate your generosity. This is an interesting group of friends you got here.
Yeah, that's my
Interesting
mate,
how.
Thrasher. That's Crasher, and that's Masher.
Crasher and Masher, huh? Make a deception check.
Crasher, Masher.
What the hell?
What are
What
we,
an
street
asshole.
sharks?
Oh, it's 30-20.
Dirty 20. He looks at you. He kind of smiles a little bit, and you can see that it's basically he either thinks you're full of shit or just doesn't care. But he looks right at Harry
Nice.
and goes, you look familiar to me,
Oh,
little guy. Think I've seen you somewhere around town. Harry's like, I don't know what buddy, I'm just having food with my friends here. I think you look familiar to me. Why do you look familiar? You ever been to Eladon? So this exchange is starting to get a little awkward and uncomfortable.
yeah.
So does anybody say or do anything?
Yeah, leave my mate Tiny Todd alone.
Tiny Todd.
Harry looks at you and goes, he doesn't say it, but he mouths. And make a persuasion check, Baka. It would have been at disadvantage, but because you bought a round of drinks, it's a straight roll.
Right. You said persuasion?
Persuasion.
13.
13. He basically looks at you and goes, he puts his hand out into Baka as if to silence him, and then leans forward, his large frame leaning over the table, and goes, I seen your face on a poster, little man. I think you're worth a lot of money to this people of this city. So you're staying here in a hotel, aren't you? Are you, or are you somewhere else? And you see him kind of shrinking in his chair a little bit. And I need to make a roll for. Okay.
Mate, why are you intimidating my cousin?
Okay. You already made a roll. Does somebody else intervene?
I want to do something.
Tell me. What would you like to do?
So in old Western fashion, I would like to take my boomstick and just kind of like put it in my lap under the table.
Nice.
Okay.
The old poker game deal.
The
Just
old
in
Han
case,
Solo move.
just to be the old Han Solo move, just to be ready, just in case. Just kind of like.
Okay, but
Let's
other
do a
than
low shot first.
but other than that, you don't interact. You
Nope.
basically
I will just kind of stay there.
Does anyone else sitting at the table who is witnessing this exchange, besides Baka, because Baka made his roll of a 13, I'm assuming that he is continuing to interject, but it's not working. Is there anything that Pia or Theoden would like to say or do?
I know what poster you're talking about. No, the
And he-
dwarf in that picture had no beard.
And he looks at you, the
It can't
turtle.
be him.
he
I've
looks
been
at you.
wondering that myself.
Make a persuasion check. No, I'm sorry, deception. I apologize. Deception.
Okay.
17 plus 10.
17 plus 10 is a 27, you say.
Yeah.
I rolled high, but I didn't roll high enough to beat a 27.
Damn.
So he looks at the turtle man, and smiles
turtle
at
man.
you and goes, "I know what game you're playing." He looks at you, smiles, looks back at Harry, smiles, and goes, "None of my business." Turns around.
Insight check that.
Okay, make an insight check.
Oh, that's good. 21.
21. You get a sense that the way in which he said "none of my business," he is backing off, but the way in which he said it, he's full of shit. He's planning something, you just don't know what it is.
Right.
Yeah. So he backs off with what you consider to be a really fake smile and sits down with his guys, and you notice out of earshot him leaning forward and talking to all of them. At this point, at this exact moment, the waitress comes back over in order to tell you, "Oh, so we have a special deal for you guys for the rooms upstairs. It's 3 rooms for 3 days. Will be 1 gold apiece. So it'll be 4 gold for the meal, the drinks, and 3 rooms for 3 days. So who's got the 4 gold?
I got
I
it.
do.
Okay.
No, I
So,
got it, guys. Seriously.
Oh, all right, whatever.
All right, so 4 gold. You basically have access to 3 of the rooms upstairs that you can basically, you can just sleep in. You can put your stuff upstairs. You can lock it up. How much you trust the room's safety and security is up to you. The pets can go up there, whatnot. By the way, just so you know that obviously your pets are all basically crawling in and around your legs or on the table, so they're still with you. So you hear actually.
I give
when-
Ari some steak.
Ari's eating steak, completely oblivious. Alistair, the lion cub, has been watching this whole exchange with serious interest. Every so often, Theoden, you notice Chester's starting to growl.
Oh, uh-oh.
So
What is it? boy.
I'm gonna whisper to Harry, just tell him to stay with me. Like, you're gonna stay with me. Don't worry, you're gonna be fine.
all right. Okay.
Chris, I'd like to.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell the guys I will be right back. I'm gonna go to
Wait.
the bathroom, cast invisibility, and then head over to the group that we just talk. The
Well,
leader.
why don't you
Smart.
check to see, talk to Chester a minute and see what he senses?
I can do that.
Chester's your dog.
I can't talk to animals, you goofball.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
So Rock can do that too.
Well, keep in mind,
Uh,
hold on. Sirach has to cast a spell,
Yeah.
and I don't know
have
if he
to
wants to.
perform a
And you
ritual.
have to perform a ritual.
I
which
have the
takes
ring,
10
but
points.
I already did this.
Yeah, you got to realize that you're calling out to him in a crowded bar as he's walking away from you.
And I
So-
didn't tell them my intention. I just said I'd be right back.
Yeah, basically. So you're a little frustrated, Theoden, with Baka, the fact that he walked off at this
A
moment.
little bit.
Yeah. But you make
like
your
a
way to the
gnome.
bathroom. How and which do you cast invisibility? Just is it a spell slot? Is it a cantrip? What?
It's a spell slot. Yeah.
spell
level
slot. So
2.
you burn a level 2 spell slot. You are now invisible. You make your way out of the bathroom. Where do you go?
To the group to listen in.
You go and listen in. You're basically right next to them. They have no clue you're there so long as you don't attack or interact. And make a perception check. It is a crowded bar, but I'll give you advantage because they have no idea you're standing right next to them.
Oh, thank God for
Perception,
advantage.
advantage.
What's that, John?
19.
A 19. With a 19, you hear the leader, the dark-skinned, tall human talk to his, which are now obviously mercenaries that he hires to keep him around. We can ambush them when they leave. You'll take the turtle, okay? You'll take the guy with the silver hair. I think the dwarf, not the skinny dwarf, the other one, the one with the bugs. I'll take the one with the bugs. There's a pretty petty out for them. They'll fetch a nice hefty reward if we bring them in before the sanctuary tomorrow. So what I want you to do is act calm. I want you to
Calm,
slowly
cool, and collected.
Okay, this is what you're going to do. You are going to go outside, check to see if they have any horses. If they have horses out in front of the place, okay, just hang out outside to get in their way so that they can't get on their horses immediately. And then we'll follow when they follow. You got it? And there's more of such stuff like that. They're making like rudimentary plans about what to do as to how to like ambush you when you guys decide to leave.
Right. Does he have a pouch? on him?
Yes, he does.
I'll steal it.
Yes, absolutely. Let me have a stealth check at not a stealth. I'm sorry, a sleight of hand check, please.
Slow down. It's 23.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
You literally use some sort of blade to slowly slide off the leather strap to what seems to be a gold pouch. Now here's the thing. I get to do a perception check because now his pouch is floating in midair because you're invisible. He doesn't notice it. His guys don't notice it. Okay.
I'll go back to the bathroom, undo invisibility, and walk back with a pouch
Okay.
stowed away in my pouch.
Got you. So you have that in your possession. You make your way back to the table. As far as you guys know, he went, took a number 2, and then came back. You have no idea that this took place. So Baka is back at the table.
Guys, just went over and listened in. They're planning to ambush us. No surprise.
Nice job, Einstein.
They even said the turtle looked really weak. So
I'm not a turtle.
Jacob's all offended. They said what?
What? Nog is even stronger than Pia.
He really is, though.
He probably is.
He's a
So-
wizard, baby.
How long do you stay at the table? And when you decide to leave the table, what do you guys do? It is, figure about 9 o'clock in the evening. Crowded bar. As you know, they're basically looking to ambush you by your horses, not knowing that your horses have already been stabled. They don't know that there are no horses outside that belong to you.
I have an
They-
idea.
yes, they're going to wait for you to leave the place. What is your idea?
So, are they looking at us right now?
Make a perception check.
17.
With a 17, you can tell that they are keeping tabs on you. They're playing the thing where they're basically trying to act like they're not looking at you, but they're keeping tabs on you. Yes.
I was thinking, what if we try to sneak into our room without them seeing us, and just have them wait for us all fucking night out there?
you're gonna sneak in the room.
They won't know we're in there if we sneak in the room.
How is Théoden gonna sneak? Better question.
Théoden can sneak.
Théoden can sneak.
Maybe
How would you guys like to do it?
cast that
Pass
spell.
without a
trace.
trace.
Pass without a trace. Yeah.
There's no reason why you couldn't do any of that.
Yeah.
It's not like you're in a crowded place. No one is challenging you outwardly. They are at a far distance. We're not in combat. So what would you like
what's kind of the layout of this place? Like, are our rooms on like a separate level?
Separate level,
Separate level.
up one flight of stairs.
One
There's
flight
a
of stairs.
balcony above the bar and a series of like 6 rooms, 6 doors. 3 of
Okay.
the doors belong to you guys. The waitress, when she came over and gave you guys keys, showed you basically that one, and that one, and they're number coordinated based on the number on the key as opposed to the number on the door.
Okay.
So it's easy enough for you to figure out which 3.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace. They won't know what doors we go into. Hopefully, as long as Theoden doesn't
Fingers
trip.
crossed.
Yeah, fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
Sounds
Something
like a
else I want to
plan.
do when we get up there, but that's the
Okay,
big
so the
premise.
gist is you want to do cast without a trace at the table, and then everyone do a stealth check to stealth your way through the crowd, up the stairs, and into your 3 rooms without being noticed by these assholes by the fire.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
Okay, so cast without a trace is use your spell slot. Boom, it is on. Everyone make a stealth check, but whatever your stealth check is, add 10 to it. Now, Theoden, you do it at disadvantage, and so does Harry, because both of you are wearing heavy metal armor. So, Harry, Harry rolled at
tell me
disadvantage. He
about it.
rolled a natural 1, but that's an 11. Because, well, actually, hold on a second. I think he's got a little more than that. Hold on.
Fun, Harry.
I think he's got more than an 11.
My roll made up for it. I guarantee.
Good.
Yeah, mine probably did too.
All right, so
Yeah,
he's
mine did not probably.
13. So Harry, let me write these down and then divide them up and see if you guys are stealthy enough. So
Harry got a 13,
Harry got a 13.
and that was bad.
Yes, because he actually got a 3. He got a 3, and I add 10 for pass without a trace. It ends up being a 13. What did you get, Dave?
Oh, I got a 10.
Now that 10 has to be a 20 because you got to add the 10 from Sirach's pass without a trace.
Okay, all right.
So
that's
20 for
I was like, damn,
Dirty-
did you get a 1 too?
yeah.
dirty 20 for Theoden. What did you get, Sirach?
29.
29. Baka, what is this amazing rogue stealth?
41.
41. Pia, aka Nog. What'd you get?
25.
25. Okay, so let me just do the quick math. There's a certain target number that you guys have to beat as a group in order to make it up unseen. I'm just going to break out the calculator on the phone because I am a
number's
math
41.
fool.
Yeah, I rolled a 15 and
13
turned it to
plus
41.
20 plus
Damn.
29 plus 41 plus 25. That's 128 divided by 5, if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't do it right somehow. All right, hold on. So 128 divided by 5. That's what I got to do.
Remember, kids, stay in school, learn math.
Yes. So, oh my God, if I'm not mistaken, there's 5 of you, and the average score is a 25.6.
Damn.
Is that possible? Did I do that right?
You're asking me?
I know. Hold on a second. I'm doing it one more time. Sorry, folks,
Yeah,
ladies and
it is.
gentlemen.
If you're doing 128 divided by 5, it's going to be 25.
I just want to make sure I got it right. 20 plus
It's
13
just 25 plus times 4 is
29
100.
plus
another
41
25 is 125.
plus 25. 128 divided. Holy shit. So you guys averaged a 25. Holy shit. I have to roll a natural 20 for these goons in
Fucking
order for them
right.
to notice you walking through the thing.
Crack, crack.
Oh, I rolled an 18. Not good enough. And that's for the main guy. And now this is a group roll for his henchman. A 2. So the beauty of it is that with Pass It Without a Trace and the assistance of Baka, who is like a master stealth guy, you guys easily weave your way through the crowd. They lose track of you. The idiot outside waiting at the horses has no idea that you never left. You make your way up the stairs. None of them see you. You are in your rooms. And they're basically downstairs. They're like, where the fuck did they go? They leave. They don't know you went upstairs, so they get up and actually meet the guy watching outside. And they're out in front looking around for you guys, but obviously you don't know that. So what would you guys like to do? You're in the rooms. What would you like to do?
Probably get some rest.
Yeah.
Curl up with Alistair
have
and
to
go to
say-
sleep.
Okay, listen, it's 9
Curl
o'clock
up
in the
without a
evening.
trace.
If you want to, that's not a bad idea because you have been out on the open road for a long time. How exactly are you? Who is in what room? So we could just straighten this out.
Did Harry want to go in the room with me?
Harry followed whoever beckoned him at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
So so was it you, Pia?
Yeah, why not? Because
Okay,
it looks
so
like they're
he's-
gunning for him. This way I can like dimension door him out of there.
Gotcha. So Harry is with Pia, aka Nog, in one of the 3 rooms. What's the breakdown of the other 2 rooms?
I'll hang out with Baka tonight.
Okay, so Sirach and Baka is in another room. Theoden, you're in a
Surprise.
room by yourself?
Nah. I'm with
If-
Pia.
Oh, there you go. So, all right. So we got 3 in one room, 2 in the other.
Wow, wow.
You
It's
guys having
a,
a threesome?
it's a threesome in one room. A standard,
A turtle and 2 dwarfs.
a turtle and 2 dwarves. That would make one hell of a video. So
That-
anyway.
It will make one hell of a video.
So anyway, the bottom line is that if you guys want to kick it in
Happening.
for the night, so let's do the first room. How are you securing the room, the one that has the threesome? If you guys keeping watch, you just going to sleep, locking the door. What are you doing?
I'm locking the door.
Well, the door is now locked. What else? are
I'm
you
putting.
doing?
Well, I'm gonna put a sock on the knob and then lock it.
Okay, so you open the door, you put a sock on the outside, and then you like. So people know, do not disturb. There's a sock on that door.
Yeah.
Door is locked. What else do you do? I was thinking more in terms of securing the room as opposed to entertainment. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna slide like the heaviest object in the room in front of the door.
Okay, there is a dresser with a window, with a mirror that you can slide over. Doesn't make any noise. It is relatively heavy. If someone tries to break in through the door, you will know about it.
Yep.
The other room, Baka, are you doing your normal alarm spell thing?
Yeah.
Alarm spell, are either one of you staying up or are you just going to knock out because of the alarm spell?
We'll knock out. I'll be like, I'm gonna talk to Tora real quick. I'll be like, Tora, can you sleep light tonight? Let us know if anything happens.
Tora is an orange tabby cat. I can do whatever you want me to, my master.
Mm-hmm.
If you give me 100 belly scratches.
Yes, I will give you belly scratches.
100 belly scratches.
So you proceed to give the cat 100 belly scratches. She flops over onto her stomach. You notice she's starting to gain weight, which is weird because you don't feed her that much. So it's bizarre.
Oh.
Oh no!
He's
So-
out here getting pregnant.
So,
Yeah. Because I
Add
don't
to the
get to.
menagerie.
Yeah, right.
well, I thought that Tora was a male cat, so I wasn't thinking pregnancy.
It is a male cat.
But you know what? If you really want to go that route, we can just be gender fluid about it. It's not a problem. But the bottom line is Tora is a male cat, and you're pretty sure that he is getting fat because he's maybe eating too much from somewhere. But whatever, doesn't matter. Bottom line
I'm
is
gonna mention that. Tora,
Where's Splinter?
You're gaining a little weight.
Yeah.
What? Why? Where are you getting this extra food? I don't feed you that much.
I don't know what you're talking about. I look perfect.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna go to bed now. You should keep watch of the room.
Meanwhile,
so no one...
Soggy and the lion are getting thin.
Yeah, Sagi's like,
Tora, are you bullying them out of their food?
I want my food. I want my food. This is Soggy the weasel. Give me my food, you cat.
I'm gonna give a whole ration to Sagi.
Oh, ration. I eat ration. Thank you, master.
You're welcome.
So
Speaking of rations,
welcome.
we should probably pick up some rations before tomorrow's debacle.
okay,
What's the
so
debacle?
let's fast
meeting.
track it. I'm going to do a quick roll for any creepy crawlers or intruders for room number
real
one.
quick.
Yes, go for it.
Just because I want to, for
It's cool.
flavor's sake.
Flavor. I love it.
I'm good. Before I go to sleep, I'm gonna cast Illusionary Script on our door,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have it say Broom Closet.
Okay. All right.
I like it.
Absolutely.
Smart fucking move.
There is no
I love it.
reason. Okay, you know what? The first roll will be let's make it dishonest. They are continuing to look for you for the next few hours. There is a slight possibility that they might think to, pay somebody to check the rooms. Maybe there's another key. Who knows? You guys don't know, but I know. So I'm gonna make a roll. Okay, that's a really good roll. Okay, let's assume that the first door is the broom closet. Let's make a wisdom saving throw on this jackass that looks at the door. He fails his saving throw, so he believes that it says broom closet. Okay, and he moves on to the next door. And that one is a 6. He doesn't. Okay, so guess what? Neither door is interrupted, and you make it until the next morning at dawn. It is 7 a.m. And your sleep was uninterrupted. If you used any spell slots, you get them back. If you had any hit point loss from the previous session, you are 100% healed. So,
100%.
Am I still Nog?
oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure how long your spell lasts.
Well, I will refresh it.
Mine
just-
only
Okay.
goes an hour.
So you're refreshed. You are now Nog, the turtle wizard again. So
I'm
what
gonna
about you,
look-
Baka?
I'm gonna look like a gnome, but a different gnome.
Different gnome. What does
very-
this different gnome look like?
Very even more handsome gnome with flowing black hair.
Flowing black hair. Female or
Actually-
male?
Male. It's actually gonna be. I'm gonna have it into a small ponytail.
Small ponytail. Very Jon Snow-like. No,
Yeah.
let's see. Man bun.
Man bun.
All right, so it's 7 a.m. It is the day of the council, the sanctuary council. You know from the flyer that you took from the job board that it's going to start at 10 a.m. So you do have 3 hours to kill before making your way over to the administrative building. Is there anything you'd like to do with the next 3 hours, or do we fast forward it to the sanctuary?
I think that Theoden and Harry and maybe Sirach should get like a haircut or something.
Yeah. Why do you
Blend
say that?
To like look.
Because you look
Different.
like the wanted poster.
I haven't cut my hair in God knows how long.
Well, we're gonna do it
Thaden,
now.
either get it professionally done, or I'm gonna do it in the middle of the night when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, is that a threat I hear?
Yes, I didn't stutter.
Where are you guys right now? Are you downstairs in the lobby?
Guess I don't know.
Because you didn't sleep in the same room together. So
No, we didn't. We're in the
So,
hall.
so you're in a hallway upstairs on the second floor while you're
Yeah.
having this conversation. Okay, cool. Jacob, do me a favor. Is there any way you can reposition your camera? Only because your face is shrouded in darkness. It looks like a silhouette, like a black silhouette.
Well, yeah, I'm stealthed.
Well, you are certainly stealth. That's a little better. All right, cool. Cool beans. Because it's so white and bright behind you. It's like you look super, super dark.
Bright light,
And-
make a thing
yeah.
but light. I'm gonna
Yes.
make it.
All right, so you guys are on the second story banister landing upstairs outside the rooms. It is a little after 7 a.m. You have 3 hours to kill. What would you like to do before the sanctuary conference?
Shaving a haircut.
Giving a haircut.
Get rations.
I'm gonna
Okay.
get dreadlocks.
So, okay, if we're going, which one would we do first? Or are we going separately? How are we doing this?
We should all go at the same time.
Okay, so you're staying together as a group. Is that agreed upon?
Yes.
Yes.
So, what are you guys going to do? Are you guys going to grab your knives and cut your own hair? Are you going to look for a barber shop? What's the plan?
I'm gonna look for a barber shop.
Okay, make an investigation check, Theoden, with advantage because the rest of the group would help you. So roll twice. Investigation times 2.
Oh, 21.
21. Easy enough. You find a goblin barbershop.
Goblin, huh?
Yes, goblin barbershop. I
gonna
stand
walk
on a
in.
stool. I'll stand on a stool behind you. Ha! Can I
Very
get listen?
clever, my
Listen,
friend.
I got listen. For an extra silver piece, I can wash those bugs out of your beard.
Well, the bugs stay.
What?
The bugs stay. I just want you to clean it up a bit.
Okay.
Just
It's a
make
very
it look-
important ecosystem.
Get the split ends out. You know, make it
All
nice.
It's gonna be hard.
Hard. Why?
Hard to get bugs out when you're trying to clean a beard. The bugs
Just
will naturally
go around them.
All right. What about the top? You don't have much on top. You got a little bit of like a dirty toilet bowl ring around your sides. You want me to shave
Yes.
that up? What do you want me to do with that?
Yeah, let's leave it up to the artist, huh?
You mean me? You want me to do? Okay.
Make
what
me
colors?
look ravishing.
What colors do you like? You want me to dye it?
Yeah, dye it green.
Oh, I could do green. I could do magenta. I could do purple. I could do sky blue or aquamarine.
Maybe
color?
maybe a burgundy. What do you think?
It's a little bland for me, but all right, I can do burgundy, so I'll burgundy you. And I'll burgundy.
maroon.
I don't want you to be. I want you to understand that in washing your beard, there is a chance, howbeit small, that some of these bugs will end up down in the bucket right there. Because
Yes.
when you wash things, bugs tend to jump off. You understand?
Right.
Okay, fine. All right, so
I'll throw them back in after.
you guys watch this 3-foot green goblin standing on its step stool, in basically it's for better sake of a word. Some of the mirrors are a little lopsided. Some of the chairs are a little run down, but it's basically a barbershop. It's really nothing much different than barbershops that you know of here in the 21st century. He dyes his hair. It's like he was shooting for burgundy. He ended up with beet red. His hair is like a beet red carrot top color now on the sides. And his beard is a beet red carrot top color. So what he did was they started jumping out. So he tried to catch them in the bucket, and then he slowly tried to reinsert them back into the fire red beard. Some of the bugs are not having it. Their ecosystem has been disrupted, but you do have some bugs in your beard.
God.
There may be some less bugs in your beard now, Thaden.
What was this content?
Okay.
I'll get more back in there. Don't you
Okay.
worry.
And who's next? Who else wants? You know what? I don't think I can improve on that silver. That silver hair looks very nice. He's pointing to the half elf, Sirach. It's very nice.
It is nice, but I need a little bit of a change.
Okay, what are you looking for? I could do anything. I can make you bald. You want to be bald?
No. Close,
All right,
close.
okay,
You know,
all right,
could
all
we do like an undercut? Do like real close on one
Oh,
side.
you want to
leave
shave
it
the
long.
sides?
Yeah, shave the sides.
Yeah, I can
Leave
do
some
that.
long.
Like one of those hipster types.
Wait,
yeah,
I
like
got,
the,
I got an idea. I'll do that, but then I'll leave it platinum blonde like yours on the sides, right? But the piece of hair that flips over, kind of like a toupee. What we'll do with that piece of color is we'll streak it with a different color, so it looks multicolored. What color would you like?
yeah.
2 different colors in your hair.
Yes. What color would you like it to be?
Can you make it blue like my friend?
Yes, I can. Oh, which friend is blue? I don't see anybody blue. But
Oh wait, Piat not there.
Like his
He's
scale.
disguised.
Oh yeah, never mind.
yeah,
Oh,
he looks
never
like
mind.
a turtle.
He does look like a turtle. Sorry.
You pointed.
Screw it. Give me like sand color, like the turtle,
Yeah, you pointed at the green turtle with the
green turtle.
And
Yeah.
you're like, and he's like blue like him, and he's like, huh?
I apologize.
Oh, I'm colorblind. By
What are
the
you,
way.
colorblind?
So he does the works. He shaves the side, right? And to be honest with you, Sirach, it looks real good. Okay.
Okay.
Color is a little suspect. The fact that the side is shaved and it kind of layers over to the side, it looks very trendy, right? He shortens it out a little bit, shortens a little on the back, but the color is kind of like there's streaks of blue in it now, which I mean, it really, honestly, really is up to you. I can't even imagine it. So you're silver and blue streaked.
I look
Sorry.
like an old lady going to bingo.
Yes, you know what? That is a great analogy. I love it. All right. Anybody else want to do something interesting? I don't think I can do anything to you, Mr. Turtle. You don't have much up there.
That's quite all right.
All right. Hey, listen, you. He points to Harry, the other dwarf in the group. What do we do for you? You mentioned, guys. What do you think? Do you think I should shave it? Should I?
Yeah,
shave-
go fresh. Start over.
Oh
Leave
God.
the scruff. Leave the scruff.
Leave the
All right,
scruff.
all right,
but
all right, all right.
Go ahead.
All right. No, okay, so Mr. Goblin, just don't shave the beard. What beard? You don't even have a beard. Oh, okay, fine. I don't have a beard. But just don't shave my face, but shave off the gold hair. Because he has flowing. He looks very much like Peter Dinklage in the first season of Game of Thrones when he had that golden hair that was all over the place. And he basically grabs a knife. And you could see Harry sitting in a chair like gulping, gulp. And he basically starts lathering up his hair with soap and water and starts slowly. And honestly, it takes a little while, but using just a razor sharp knife, this goblin clean shaves his head much like mine. Harry looks like me now. This is what Harry looks like. He looks just like me. So anyway,
Oh my God.
yes. So
Wow. It's like
I
we
love
planned it.
Dwarf.
exactly. But he's a dwarf. He's 4 feet tall. He looks like me, but he's 4 feet tall. So anyway, you've somewhat disguised yourselves. I don't really know how much, but hey, listen, unfortunately, that takes about 2 hours to complete. So it's about 9 a.m. and you know that the ceremony, the sanctuary thing is going to start in about an hour. It'll take you about 10 minutes to get there by foot.
Okay. Whatever.
Is there anything that you guys would like to do with the remaining 45 minutes before the
Yeah,
sanctuary?
we should get rations.
Rations? Make
Right,
it,
ho.
make
completely
an
out.
investigation check, Pia. I'm sorry, not Pia, Baka. Make it at advantage because the group is helping you find a general goods store.
15.
With a 15, it's easy enough. There are several general goods stores in a city this size. You enter, it looks like an indoor flea market. There is a young human girl there, basically filing her nails, not paying any attention to anybody.
Excuse me, miss.
Uh-huh.
Would like to buy 400
Yeah.
rations and 20 packs of salted meat. Salted meat.
Salted meat. All right. We don't have any salted meat, but you said rations, right? How many rations?
No
you want?
salted meats.
Whoa.
400 rations.
She looks up from her emery board and puts it down and goes, 400? Oh
Yes.
my God. 400?
Maybe
What
I
do
can
you
talk
got
to a manager.
today?
Someone.
We need a pallet.
Excuse me. She turns around and goes in the back, right? And almost instantaneously, an older male version of her comes out, a little bit more respectful. Obviously, her father. You can tell from his face that he's got the same
Still
face.
chewing gum, filing his nails.
Still chewing gum, maybe not filing his nails, but pops out and goes, that'll be, you want 400 packs of rations?
Yes, sir.
400 packs of rations will cost you 400 divided by 20 brings out an abacus. 400.
Abacus.
400 divided by 20. It will cost 20 gold for 400. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Hold on. 400 divided by 5 because 80 gold for 400. I can do it for 75. I can do 400 rations for 75 gold.
All
What?
400 for
I got
you?
everybody. I got everybody.
Thanks,
So-
Sirach.
Sirach, so what do? You give him, he says to you, if you give me, okay, 75 gold, please. Thank you.
75.
Okay, so you give him 75. You guys now, how are you splitting up the 400 rations? Who's
I'm gonna
taking what?
store them all in the bag of holding.
Oh, yeah, you can. You
Oh, yeah.
absolutely can. You literally can. There is literally no concern about if you can fit a ration inside the opening of the zipper pouch, you can just keep putting them in. It's fine. So now you have 400 rations in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So that actually took place quickly. You got about a half an hour left. Do you want to start heading over to this location where the sanctuary meeting is, or is there any last minute stop you'd like to do? Not to mention, I'm sure that this is a 2-day event. You may theoretically, when this ends at 5 p.m., be able to do something with your evening as well. So I'm not saying that you still have 2 days to kill. You hope.
We hope.
Let's see.
Let's discuss the plan real quick while we have a moment.
Go for it.
So, Pia and I are gonna go over disguised, I guess, for now. But you guys should be prepared and packed up in case we need to leave the city immediately. Just in case.
I don't have much on me.
Just be ready to leave in case we pour it into the room.
Wait, we're staying here in the room?
I assume so, unless you. I mean, if we need to make a hasty escape from the city, we really can't afford to have you wandering around and. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Pia,
Dun,
do
dun,
you have
dun,
any
dun,
ideas?
dun.
Suggestions?
No.
Okay.
I feel
Right,
like we
let's
should
try
have
it.
somebody standing guard on the outside.
I think at least one of you should be somewhere hidden with the earrings that can be ready to take action.
I think I should be outside of the
Okay.
conference
How
while you
how
two
far
guys go in.
is the conference from our inn?
About
Exactly.
about a quarter of a mile.
All right. So yeah. So if Sirach's like halfway between the conference and the inn, he can, like a radio, go information from us to him to the room.
Sure, he can. He can. Keep in mind
A
though
relay.
that the conference is, according to the flyer from the job board, it's from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. 2 days in a row. I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm thinking logistically the idea of Sirach staying somewhere in a fixed location like a sentry or like
Maybe
one of those.
a tea shop.
Yeah, I'm saying you need to find some place that
Coffee
will
shop.
be comfortable for you because that's a long day, for just to hang out somewhere. You know, the idea that you would just stay there like a guard.
Chill.
I mean,
Sit
you
on
can
a
still,
roof.
you can do it. You can do
Hang
it
back.
like
Yeah.
absolutely. Well,
Sit on a roof next to a chimney, just kind of hang out.
Well,
Skip
but that's actually a good idea that you mentioned that, because I was in my mind I was imagining soldiers walking by you throughout the course of the day, wondering why this half elf with the weird hair is just standing on a street corner for like 8 hours straight, and for them coming up and asking you questions. So the fact that you mentioned being on a roof actually kind of improves things a little bit.
Yep.
So all right, so let's are we heading over there? Is that what we're doing now? With this last half hour?
Sounds like it.
So let's figure
Yeah.
this out. So Sirach is, let's do Sirach first. You're looking for a building halfway between the rooms that you have and this conference center that has an easy access to the roof, correct?
Correct.
All right, so give me a investigation check.
Okay. It's gonna be an 8.
Okay, with an 8, you find a building that you think would be suitable, but there is no fire escape, and the facing of the building seems precarious at best. It's 3 flights, and you're thinking to yourself, I have to climb that with no handholds in broad daylight. And that's really the only building. Every other building is taller than that, and this looks like the best possibility. If I can get up there, do you want to chance it? Well, you're not there, but what would you like to add?
I was no wait. Oh yeah, we're not with him. So
Well, yeah, basically Sirach decided to set out on his own to find a building halfway between both places in order to climb up on top of the roof. The only building that he found that's halfway between that's high enough and yet low enough, doesn't seem to have like a fire escape, and he's realizing I'm gonna have to climb 3 flights on the outside of this building in broad daylight. I'm asking him, does he want to take that chance?
I'm gonna chance it.
He's gonna chance it. Da 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 da. All right, now hold that thought for a second before you make that roll. I'm assuming so. Baka and Pia, in their disguises, are making their way to the Sanctuary Conference Center, correct?
Yes.
yeah.
Are you good with that? Theoden and Harry, what are you guys doing?
Well, Theoden is going. I'll stick by Sirach.
Well, you can't really do that. Here's the reason why. I mean, well, wait, let me take that back. It's Dungeons and Dragons. You can do whatever you want. Okay.
It's not a good idea.
So, Sirach is planning to possibly climb the side of a building in broad daylight in order to be on the roof.
Yeah, but I'll stay like by him, like.
The guards are going to come up and ask you throughout the day, what are you standing here for? Are you prepared to lie constantly?
Yeah,
the night?
that might happen.
That's true.
That might happen. And besides, Harry's like, Harry turns around and says, I don't really understand, guys. Why don't we just go to the conference? Like, I'm bald now. I don't look like the guy that on the flyer. Do you want to just take a chance? Or, I can stay in the room. If you want me to be in the room, I'll be in the room.
Because I don't know. I think it's easier for just Pia and I to escape should we need to. But
All right.
I'll go. We can all go. It's
No, that's a good point.
I mean,
no, Baka, that is a good point. You know what? I'm going back to the room.
I don't want to deny
I'll
anyone
go
their
with you,
fun.
Harry. I'll go with you.
Listen, I'm just trying to be smart about this. I don't want to deny anyone their fun, but we're already wanted in the city. They know what generally we look at. Like,
You make a great point. And he rubs his bald head and walks back up the stairs and goes in the room, and he leaves the door open for Theoden. Should Theoden want to join him in the room?
I'm gonna go.
So, Sirach, you'd like to make that roll to climb the building in broad daylight? Go for it. Make a what kind of a check would it be? An athletics or acrobatics checks to start with to see if you successfully scale the sheer facing of the wall. Acrobatics or athletics?
19.
Okay, so you're physically capable of doing it. That's not a problem. You found just the right handholds in where they look like there were none, there actually were some. So getting up the building is fine. Can you make a stealth check for me?
17.
17. Listen, broad daylight, you scamper your way up the side of the building like Spider-Man. You are on the roof of this building, which is 1,000 feet from the center where this place is going to be and 1,000 feet from the thing. You can easily relay information back to Theoden and Harry through the earpieces, the magical
Excellent.
So you're in perfect space. It's as if Sirach is there because he can hear everything. All right. So Baka and Pia show up. There are hundreds of people. It's very much like a congressional hearing. It's planned to take all day. I'm not going to give you all of this. Just like watching a congressional hearing on television, it would be very boring for me to give you the whole hearing and let you know like every little thing that's going on. Some of the speeches are boring. I will only give you the highlights. Before it starts at 10 a.m., there is a master list of speakers. Do Baka or Pia, aka Nog, put themselves on the list during day one to be called up to speak? Yes or no? You do not have to. It is not a requirement. Anyone is allowed in. You can sit down in the audience and blend in and just listen to what goes on. There are 2 days. But for day one, there's a master list, and you'll be called up if you put your name on the list.
Is there a day 2?
There's plenty. Well, there is no
What's in the docket for day 2?
There is no docket or list. It's just a list for the list of speakers for day one.
Just remember, when you're the last speaker on day 2, no one cares what you talk about.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Because they just want to leave.
Can I like maybe sign up for day 2?
Well, as of the administrator tells you that, well, you can come. We don't make a list for day 2 because sometimes people don't show up on day 2 and we have to reroute the list. When you come tomorrow, the list will be here and you can add your name to it.
Some people don't survive
well,
day
very
1.
well.
Or Nog, just talk tonight. Just talk today. I mean,
I don't know if I want to.
Gentlemen, if there's people behind you looking to get the name on the list. If you don't not sure, you can come back up later.
okay. Go away, Nog. It's fine.
All right.
I'm gonna write his name down discreetly.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Make a sleight of hand check.
26.
Oh no.
26. Make it roll a natural 20, Pia.
Do it.
In what, perception?
Perception.
No.
Okay, so you don't notice he scrolls the name Nog when you're not looking.
Nog the
Just
Great.
at the minute you turn away, you see he writes down Nog, N-O-G, and then follows you into the chamber. So your name for day 1 is on the list. You're not aware of the fact that it's on the list, though. You don't know.
That's
All right?
fine.
Yeah. Okay. So now, just to give you
Oh
some,
shit.
again, just like a congressional hearing, I would like you to imagine there is a dais, and there are 5 individuals sitting on the dais as if they were like the assemblymen or the Congress people, right? 2 out of the 5 people you recognize. The other, well, no, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let's see.
We should recognize most of them by
1,
now.
2, 3. No, I'm
We
sorry.
know everybody.
You recognize 3 out of the 5 people who are sitting
Only
on the
3?
dais. You
Did we
recognize
accidentally
3.
kill the other 2?
2 of them you don't recognize. So what I'll do is I will explain for the audience. I'll describe everybody. Some of them you'll recognize, some of them you won't. I'm just gonna wait for Theoden to have a seat. So well, that's true. He's not there. So what difference does it make? All right. So the first person you see, these are obviously the representatives of the various factions. For whatever reason, the top dogs of the factions did not show up. They sent their representatives. There's a nameplate in front of a person. It says Captain Hemsworth from the Harpers. Hemsworth looks like Thor in Thor Ragnarok with the short hair. He looks like Chris Hemsworth. That's why I named him Hemsworth. He is a member of the Harpers organization, and you met him when you were in Flitwick, and basically when you also went to Hopewell. If you guys don't remember from that description, I don't know what to tell you. So, but anyway, next up is Captain Wyatt. Captain Wyatt represents the Order of the Gauntlet. He's young. He has blonde hair. He's got peach fuzz on his face.
Captain Wyatt. now.
Yes, he was originally Sergeant Wyatt when he lost his wife. He has ascended the ranks now. He is Captain Wyatt. He is representing the Commander Hull from the Order of the Gauntlet. Lord Bluebeard is here. He's a skinny dwarf with a blue beard down to his chin. He's got a very wiry frame. You met him in Herg. He is the Lord representing the Lord's Alliance. And he's the uncle of Harry, but Harry is back at the what do they call it? The hotel. All right. Now the remaining 2 people,
Should have went.
Actually, I take it back. You've met 4 out of the 5 people.
I was about to say.
Yeah, you met
So wait,
4 out of the
Captain
5.
Wyatt, Bluebeard, who else?
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
Was basically the bodyguard to Priscilla Harper. Looks like Thor in Thor Ragnarok. He's got very much the same look, which is why I named him Hemsworth, just to keep it easier mentally for you to remember what he looked like. All right. So the 4th person you do remember from the city of Dorai, from when you rescued Talia Al-Ansari, the blind teenager who was the one-day ruler of the Emerald Enclave. Lady Sesra.
I'm gonna nudge Pia.
Lady Sesra, she basically looks like an elf, but she's got more wrinkles on it. She was probably very beautiful in her youth, but Lady Sesra is like a great grandmother. She looks like she's 1,000 years old by elf years and 100 years old by human years. She's sitting up on the dais as well, so she's there.
Amadeus.
Yes, and the one person that you don't recognize is a black dragonborn, black-scaled dragonborn, wearing red armor, sitting on the end. And there's a sign in front of him that says General Lugo, Lugo, and he's sitting up there, and underneath it says Zentarum. So 5 representatives are all sitting at this dais, facing the audience. The audience is hundreds of people settling in. In the audience are civilians, but you also notice in various spots, like members of their army, security, bodyguards, Emerald Enclaves over here, Lord's Alliance over here. They're basically sitting there watching and listening to the speeches, and also keeping an eye on things. It's kind of like a neutral standoff, kind of like a neutral zone situation. All right. Again, like I said before, I'm not going to bore you with every single speech. The intelligence agents of the spies of all the factions basically come up and they speak here and there. The highlights of day 1 basically is they talk about Orcish Revenge. Orcish Revenge is a musical group / terrorist organization. It's now out in the open. Every faction is going to go back to their home cities and tell the bars and taverns to tell them what Orcish Revenge looks like. Issa, Lorenzo, the Minotaur drummer, the bass player and the guitar player who are orcs. Don't let them play because they're just going to fuck up your city. So that's basically, they basically talk that over.
Okay.
They believe that the Zentarum is responsible for the attack on Kirillith. Okay. General Lugo, who represents the Zentarum, doesn't say a word, doesn't bat an eye. He just sits there and listens while the intelligence agent says this. What's interesting about it is that at no time does any of the agents who come up talk about a connection between the Zentarum and the Brood of Katoa. You guys have kind of insinuated, or at least felt, that there's some sort of a connection between the Zentarum and the Brood of Katoa. You don't know if it's on purpose. You don't know if nobody has the balls to say it. But the bottom line is no one makes the connection between the two of all the speakers that come up.
Okay.
Also, sorry if I'm droning on a little too much and making it more like a congressional hearing. I apologize.
Good.
All right.
That's fine.
Next is so this is interesting. So is that day 2? That is day 2. That is day 2. Okay. Day 1. A former warlock of the Brood of Katoa, with some of the residue of whatever the purple around the eyes and the mouth has been basically scalded off with magical means. As it turns out, it's not makeup. It's actually a tattoo that they tattoo a purple color under their eyes and around their mouth. He is a former reformed warlock of the Brood of Katoa, and he talks about the Crucible of Woe. He introduces what the Crucible of Woe is to the rest of the factions. He says that the item is a bowl. It's called the Crucible of Woe.
Listening.
It is a legendary item. It collects souls. Once the bowl, the Crucible, has had its fill of souls, it will release
The
a
Crucible.
massive demon army, the likes that this world has never seen, onto this plane of existence to destroy it. They must be stopped. And the priority to find this Crucible of Woe must be the top priority. Now, here's what happens at that moment. Lady Sesra, the old, decrepit, elvish woman who you remember had massive power passive magical powers when she basically used her magic to collapse an entire city. She stands up, everyone kind of looks at her, and she goes, I have stopped legendary weapons before, and I shall do so again.
Aha.
But we thank you for your time and for your generosity with your information. And she sits back down, and everybody's kind of like, there's a moment of like, oh shit, you know. They if you didn't realize it before, there you hear whispers of people in the audience like, that's Lady Sestra, she's a fucking badass. Oh you know, she's maybe the most powerful wizard in the whole realm. Blah, blah, blah. People just, you know. So anyway, that's the kind of stuff you hear, the murmuring and like, ooh. So before day one is over, they're calling the names, and they call, somebody goes up to the podium and goes, next is Nog. Is there a Nog? Nog?
Oh, that's me.
That would be me.
So you make your way up in front of a crowd of hundreds, as the 5 of them are in front of you. The hundreds are behind you. You're facing the 5 of them. What would you like to say or do?
Orcish revenge must be stopped.
People are murmuring like, didn't they
Yes.
say that already? I
Yes.
think they talked about that earlier. Shh.
I do not think the Zentarum is responsible solely for them. It is the brood of Katoa. And I would like to know why why
Lugo? Is that was that his name?
General Lugo at the up
Yes.
on the podium. Yes, General Lugo of the Zentarum, black
Lugo.
scaled dragonborn, sitting up with the other 4.
I would like to know why you will not speak of them.
The crowd goes, ooh. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I'm also gonna use the earring or message spell to talk to
Still
Pia.
a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
And I'm just gonna,
Disadvantage, he still gets a dirty 20. All right.
I'm gonna just basically tell Pia through message spell that don't forget to clear the natural one's name.
I'm working on it.
Okay, so Lugo, for the first time, breaks out of his silence and says, I'm not here to defend the Zentarum. I'm here to represent the Zentarum. I believe, as others in the Zentarum believe in the monarchy, and we believe that one day soon, Prince Ryan will reclaim his rightful throne. But that day is not today. If
will
you have
not
more, if
do
you have
it
more,
if
if you
the
have,
brood of Katoa destroys the realm, and everybody seems to be blaming these natural ones.
oh,
Where I heard
murmur through the crowd.
they saved Herg. They tried to save Dorai. Sorry for your loss, Sesra. And they've saved Flitwick on many occasions.
Sestra
Several
speaks
many
up.
occasions.
Sestra speaks up. The old elderly wizard from the Emerald Enclave, and she doesn't stand up, but she kind of raises her hand and goes, "I don't know you. Do I know you, Nog? I don't think we've ever met before. How do you know
Reveal
these?
yourself.
How do you know these natural ones?"
Oh, Miss Lady Sesra, you remember me. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
She doesn't say anything.
Okay.
She lets you
You
continue.
remember me.
And I wink at her.
So she lets you continue. What else do you say?
The natural ones should not be wanted in this city or any. They are only trying to assist the realm in stopping the brood of Katoa. And I just would like to clear their name.
Oh. Okay, so
And I'm
what
not one of them.
Except for Baka.
I want to be clear that I am not one of them. I have met them a handful of times, but I have seen it with my own eyes. and I've seen many things. I
My
clearly am
own
very,
old tortoise.
very, very old. I've seen
There's
many
things I cannot unsee.
Yes.
Okay, what I'd
many.
like you to do is I'd like you
I'm
to
just
make a
trying to like do basically just trying to like clear our
perfect.
name.
No, dude, perfect. I'd like you to make a persuasion check with advantage because honestly you did a good job. Persuasion
Okay.
check.
And that would be a 27.
You rolled a 27. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm
Let's
going
go.
to roll. I'm going to roll a check for each one of these fuckers. All right, and to see if you've swayed them with your words or whether or not they just cast it off as basically the ramblings of some old turtle wizard. Let's see. So I got to beat a 27. So the DC for Hemsworth was not all that high because Hemsworth had with the Harpers had decent experiences with the natural ones. So you seem like Hemsworth is nodding like, yeah, I think I agree with that. So you see Hemsworth's face looks like he agrees. Captain Wyatt, I don't even have to make a roll for Captain Wyatt because
Our
Captain
friend,
Wyatt,
right?
Captain Wyatt basically was on really good terms with you guys. The only thing that he doesn't show his reaction at all because he's trying to play it cool like a poker face because he knows that you guys are specifically wanted by the Order of the Gauntlet for questioning in for the murder of Lord Commander Reinhardt. He doesn't think it. He thinks it might not be you, but he's supposed to bring your asses in if he sees you.
Yes.
So he's basically just keeping a smoke race, but you know that he basically he had a chance to bring you in and let you go. So, Lord Bluebeard, let's see. Lord Bluebeard, he basically you can't see anything from his face. You think that he may be. You remember him being a little bit of a tool, but but it looks like you may have pierced into his psyche, and he may also be in agreement. Lady Sesra had a positive experience with you guys. She basically doesn't know who the hell you are, the turtle, but she remembers the natural ones and remembers that they saved her granddaughter, so she loves you guys. So that's fine. And General Lugo, you can't tell. Do me a favor, give me a perception check on about General Lugo.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Baka, give me a perception check on natural.
Natural
You
20.
don't remember
Natural
shit.
20. You notice it's very difficult, Baka, to see facial expressions on a dragonborn because of the nature of their face. But you think that he might have smiled. You're not sure what that smile means, but you think he might have smiled. So that calls to the end of day one. It is 5 p.m. As the entire crowd is being let out, as promised, no one is being arrested, no one is being criticized, nobody's anything. But is there something else you wanted to end the meeting? You are the last speaker of day one, number one.
No, as like everybody's kind of like leaving.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I could go to the to where we sign up to speak.
Yes.
And I want to write actually no, I can't do that because I don't know what Baka's name is. That little fucker. Because he's
I told you it in the bar. Wait, that was actually a different name. That was my dwarf Elias.
Yeah.
Alias.
So you didn't tell me. So never mind. I was gonna write his name in it, but I don't want to just write Baka in it.
I'll tell you, it's Ernie.
Ernie. Okay.
So you write Ernie?
I'm gonna write Ernie in it. Yeah. Whether
All
he
right.
sees it or not, I'm not even stealthing. He can.
You're not even stealthing. Just make
and
a
I'm
quick
just gonna look at
perception
it
check,
and be
Baka.
like, revenge.
Baka, make a quick perception check.
16.
16. So make a I don't know, 16.
No, I want him to see it.
Oh, you want him to see it? Then with the 16, he sees it. Absolutely. You notice him scribbling something.
And I wink at him and I say, "Good luck."
Oh God.
Okay.
Good riddance and good luck.
So anyway, everyone is let out. You make your way back to the obviously there has been an information chain from the earrings with Sirach in the middle, explaining to Theoden and Harry what's been going on, the gist of the meetings, what was said as Nog. But there is a night to role play and a day two to take place. But I think that now would be a good time for us to take a break. Before we take a break, is there anything last thing you guys would like to do?
Yeah, I just want to state that I want to follow Lady Sesra to
Okay.
try to talk to her.
Okay.
I'm gonna
murmur to myself as I'm. No, actually, no. I'm not gonna do that yet.
Okay.
Never mind. No,
So
no,
when
I'm
we
just gonna
come
leave it
back, we
alone.
will address you trying to follow Lady Cesra in order to engage her in conversation. Anything anybody else like to do before we go to break?
No.
Okay,
I'm good.
cool. And okay, so it's 7:55. Let's jump back to the table like 8:10.
All right.
All right, 8:10. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shenanigans ttRPG. We play Dungeons and Dragons. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. We will be back at 10 after 8 Eastern Standard Time.
Be back.
We love you. We'll be right back.
Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I actually changed my mind. I don't want to follow Lady Cesra.
Okay, no problem.
That's it.
But before we jump into the game, I am RC Robbin, and we are Shenanigans ttRPG. We play Dungeons and Dragons once a week, usually on Mondays, usually at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, sometimes at 8, mostly at 6. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're watching this live or on tape delay. Please like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. So where we left off before we took a break was it was going to be a 2-day sanctuary conference in the city of Eladon. Some of our group attended the meeting in disguise. There was day 1 of day 2. I think Nog, which is all, Pia in disguise, basically had something to say, wanted to voice his opinion, say the natural ones are great guys. And you should not hate them because it's not their fault, and so on and so forth. And you feel like with your amazing persuasion ability that you might have gotten through to some of the people in the audience, some of the people on the dais.
It's my turn to ruin that.
So it is still in the evening. Let's say the meeting has just ended. People have emptied out into the streets. You are free to join back up with each other and discuss what went down. And let's face it, if theoretically, if you wanted to, investigate the city a little bit, stores will probably be open for at least another 2 or 3 hours before they close. If you don't want to do any of that and you want to advance to day 2 of the conference, that's cool too. Not a big deal. So you guys let me know, what would you like to do?
I would like to buy some knitting needles and yarn.
Knitting needles and yarn. He's got blue hair. He wants to be the grandmother of the group.
Well, I was bored on that rooftop day 1, so I need something to do day 2. So I'm gonna make a scarf.
So not if we were to advance it, the plan is to basically do pretty much the same thing. Have Sirach on that roof of that building, and passing notes back and forth between the groups. Is that the plan for day 2?
I think so, unless Baka is into an idea I had.
What is the idea?
Huh?
Do you want to rig the place with smoke bombs in case we need to get the fuck out of there real quick?
No. I think we'll
Okay.
be fine.
Then
Good
yep,
Lord,
that's
man.
the plan for day 2.
Oh my god.
Okay, so it is, let's say, 5:30 in the evening. I'm sure dinner at the inn is somewhere in your near future. But besides having something to eat, is there anything specific that you'd like to do in the city of Eladon? Any plans? Anything that you'd like to do with your character personally?
Yeah.
Or even conversations that you want to have with each other. It's completely up to you. What were you going to say, Baka?
How do you guys feel about opening that cube? I'm pretty sure I can do it now.
I don't know.
I mean, you're the one getting hurt. Go for it.
I don't know if I'm ready.
So,
All right, we'll wait.
will
then.
you do it? Oh, you're gonna wait. Okay, not a problem. Just to let you audience know, the cube is a jewel encrusted cube that looks suspiciously like a Rubik's cube. That also has a keyhole in it. It is one tile from being completed, but unfortunately, it can't make that turn without a key to put inside and make the turn. But our intrepid rogue believes that he can pick the lock. But,
Plus
they're not-
15.
Yeah, it's true, but they're not sure what the consequence. They were told by Rexa, who is an intelligence agent, that the cube is actually a teleportation device. So there is a possibility that once completed, it may transport the holder of the cube, I guess, somewhere else. Who knows? So,
In theory.
in theory, I guess you won't know until it happens. So it's up to you. So, are you having this conversation at the inn while eating like bacon and potatoes, or and meat, or are you doing something else?
Are those guys still there?
Make a perception check.
Natural one.
Natural one. You have no idea.
Yep.
Is there anyone else that would like to help? Because when a group does something, they're entitled to 2 rolls. Either Pia can roll twice, or somebody else can roll once. It's up to
Go
you.
for it, Sirach.
Yeah, I'll roll.
Yeah.
Sirach. So that means that
The Rock's got it.
16 percent.
with a 16, you do not see the group from the previous evening currently in the general area downstairs at the inn. So the good news is you don't see them. Apparently, one of the leader recognized one of you from the signpost, the wanted poster. But you guys tricked him and got away. So, which is great. Sometimes fighting in a city where you're basically wanted everywhere might not be a great idea.
We have done it.
You've done it. What have you done, Thaden?
We didn't get into combat.
Yes,
We avoided the owlbears too, so.
it's true.
You
It's
know,
true.
the day is still new.
Yes, it's still young. The night is young. You never know.
We did just get here.
That's
true.
True. It's only been
So-
1 day.
So far,
even a
so
whole
good,
day.
though.
Okay, so it'll be 2 gold pieces for the 2 platters of food and the drinks around. Granted, it's just basic mead. It's not like wine or whiskey. Who's gonna pay the 2 gold pieces for dinner?
I
will.
will cover it.
All right.
Nog wants to cover it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Harry is scribbling in his book, trying to take down as much detail about this conference as he can, as told to him through Sirach. Is there anything that you would like to do before cashing in the night and advancing to day 2 of the conference?
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to teach Sagi to ride Ari and give instructions. And all right, so Sagi,
I'm Sagi.
you see, yes, yeah, you see Ari right there.
Ari.
I
Yes,
want
I
you
see.
to get on his back, hold on, and say,
On Ari's
Oh.
back.
yeah, and then I want you to say like, go straight, go right, go left. Okay,
Go straight.
right and left, and then I want you to as Sagi says this, Ari, I want you to follow his commands.
Okay, first thing I need is an animal check, an animal handling check, just to see if you can get Sagi to sit on the back of the lion cub and stay there. First animal handling check.
Okay, that's 10.
10. Yet again, okay, so check it out. The good news is that he stayed for a little bit longer. The last time you tried this, he stayed for about 2.3 seconds. This time, Sagi the weasel sat on the back of the lion cub for a full minute before he got distracted and ran off under the bed. Under the table.
What a vagine.
You hear him from under the table. Do you go get him?
Yes,
Okay, so you get him, you pick him up by the scruff.
Sagi, if you stay on for full 10 minutes, I will give you a whole ration bar and steak.
Okay, so that will give you advantage, which entitles you to 1 more animal handling roll. So this will be the equivalent of your animal handling with advantage.
16.
16. And he jumps on, straddles the lion cub Ari. Ari's basically like on Planet 9, doesn't really like
Cloud 9.
Cloud 9, Planet 9, Universe 9. Okay, Daddy. He doesn't care that the weasel. Honestly, it's kind of like more like a dog that is basically suggestive that like you can pick me up, you can drop me, you can do anything you want. I'm not going to offer any resistance. That's how Ari is, even though Ari is a lion cub. So
Cool, lion cub.
now what I want is, believe it or not, I made 1 roll to stay on the back with advantage because you offered all those wonderful prizes. Let's do 1 final animal handling check now to see if there can be a line of communication between Ari and Sagi.
Okay. 15.
15. the beginnings of a conversation between the two. Here's the situation. It doesn't look like you've got Soggy barking out orders, left, right, straight, right, left. And you've got basically Ari not really paying attention and just walking slowly in a circle. But
nice.
in it's you've got Soggy riding Ari, and it's there. They're doing it. It's just nobody's really listening to anybody.
Well, it's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. That's as far as you were able to get today. So
Okay.
you think that you might at the worst, you think that if you're looking to make Ari a mount someday, that at the very least, even if Soggy is absolutely useless in this experiment, maybe you're getting Ari used to having someone or something riding on his back.
Yeah, because I can't do it yet. That's
you can't.
Part of my reasoning is to start prepping him for
Yeah.
this.
So cool. Anybody else want to do anything?
I'm just gonna sit and daydream and dream about maybe meeting the real Nog someday.
Okay. Absolutely.
Hint.
Basically you guys are laying low at the inn and tavern and not going to do anything adventurous in regards to the city. Is that easy to assume?
Honestly, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I just want to make sure before I advance to the next day. All right, so
I'll get my knitting needles in the morning.
Before Barber comes back.
Baka basically used his evening in order to try to train his pets, so he's done. I just want to see if anybody else.
I'll try to make some ammunition in the evening.
You can absolutely do that. Why not? Make an intelligence check to see if you can, successfully do it.
Guidance.
And he can give, yes, I think even though you're daydreaming, I think you can give him guidance. Absolutely. Okay. So you add an extra D4 to that D20 roll.
That'd be nice.
What'd you get?
I got a 10.
10 was
which is all I needed. Yep.
All you needed was a 10 in order to be successful. Now roll a D10 and add your intelligence modifier.
Intelligence modifier is 0, so that's 7.
So you were successful in making 7 of the rounds of the ammunition for your boomstick, and it cost 7 gold.
Okay.
All right, so that's done with. The only person. What happened?
What was that?
How many do you have total now?
I now have 21 shots.
Okay.
Do both of yours use the same ammo?
Yep, interchangeable. If it was the gut buster, it'd be something different. But what they have is interchangeable. All right. The only person I can think of, the only person I can think of that.
I'm just curious.
While this stuff is going on, Theoden, is there anything that you're doing? I just want to give you a chance since they all kind of did something. I don't want to leave you out in the cold.
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. So let's advance to the next day. The next day, assuming early in the morning you have your breakfast, you head on out. Is there anything that you wanted to accomplish in the 2 or 3 hours the next day before Sirach gets on the top of that building and day 2 of the conference begins? I just want to give you the opportunity. I don't want it to be one of those deals where you get running around and you're like, shit, I wanted to do this. No,
I know.
No? Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah.
So next day of the conference with Sirach in place on the roof of that building. What I would like to do is I'd like him to, now since he climbed the building, he should be able to climb the building at advantage because he did it already and he just goes through the same holes. So give me either an acrobatics or an athletics check with advantage.
It's going to be a 24.
You scaled the side of the building successfully. Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Just because you scaled it doesn't mean that you weren't seen.
That is true. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, you were not seen. Excellent. Okay, so you're in your spot. You're using the earpieces in order to keep in touch with both groups, and you're relaying the information. Everyone at 10 a.m. starts to lead in. Does anyone in the group, I'm assuming it's Pia that looks like the turtle, and Baka who looks like a dwarf.
The gnome.
Oh, I'm sorry, the gnome, the very good-looking, wavy hair, dark-haired gnome. That's right. Cool. So instead of a white mohawk, he's a gnome with long, flowing,
I
dark
think
hair.
it's safe to say that Theoden looks pretty ravishing himself.
Yes. Oh, you look great. Listen, your hair is now fire engine red.
Yep.
And because it's fire engine red, the bugs are that much more noticeable.
Nice.
They basically, think about it, the bugs are now moving around on a red background.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Yes, you look fantastic. For some reason, Harry doesn't really want to look at you all that much, but
Oh, Harry,
Yeah.
grab a set, will ya?
So the conference begins. Before it does, is there any of those two individuals, Baka or Pia, that would like to put their names on the list for day 2?
I am done.
You're done.
I've done my part, but I would
And-
like to be there for it. but
Yes,
I don't think I have anything else to say.
absolutely. Is there anything that
Yeah.
Baka, would you like to do something with the list? You can if you want to.
My name's already on the list, so
Yes, it is.
I'm
Ernie
fine.
is on the list. Okay.
Unless you
So-
wanted to erase it.
Yeah, listen, sky's the limit. You're allowed to. You could go up to the administrator and say, hey, listen, blah, blah, blah.
no, it's fine.
Okay, cool. So you sit into the audience. The same 5 individuals, Captain Hemsworth, Captain Wyatt, Lord Bluebeard, Lady Sessra, and General Lugo are all up in their places of importance. But wait a minute. Actually, that's not true. Only 4 of the 5 seats are taken. The seat that had Lady Sessra in it is empty. And there's a palpable kind of excitement in the audience. You can feel it in the air, a nervous energy. Lady Sessra is missing. Do any of you want to try to listen into some of the conversations around you?
Yeah.
Outstanding. Either each of you roll a perception check or one of you roll with advantage. It's up to you. And this is Baka and Pia, because Baka and Pia are the only ones that are there. You guys will get the information, but they're the only ones that can ask questions.
Right.
I rolled once.
I'll roll the other. Oof, I rolled a 7.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So a lot of this sounds like speculation. You're not really sure what's going on. Some people are saying that they heard that the Emerald Enclave apartments exploded.
Oh, fuck.
Some of you heard that she was basically she teleported away in the middle of the night, and the war is going to start. The Emerald Enclave is doing a surprise attack on the city. All kinds of crazy conspiracy theories and stuff, because nobody really knows the fuck's going on. All that they know is that she's not sitting in that chair, and people are freaked out about it. An individual who is tasked with organizing the conference steps up in front of the group and the 4 people behind him, and he has an uncomfortable look on his face, and he says, ladies and gentlemen, it is my responsibility to inform all of you that Lady Sessra of the Emerald Enclave will not be with us this day, because she passed away peacefully in the night of natural causes. Her body will be taken back to Alzando. And the crowd does exactly what you did. Oh, everybody murmur, people talking and getting uncomfortable, and some people standing up. The Emerald Enclave people, are like, no! Women are going, no! It's a general kind of like.
Oh, no.
She says, so the gentleman says, today we'll continue on as scheduled. Some of the Emerald Enclave intelligence agents have been pulled from today's list, so today will be a little shorter than yesterday, but we will continue with the speeches. So we just ask for your patience and understanding. When we have more information about we believe that her death was natural causes. When we have more information, we will pass it on to you. But of course, we offer our condolences to Piper Alzando of the Emerald Enclave. And anyway, I guess we should just continue on with the list. And you could just tell there's like a certain sadness that settles in over everybody. There is also a kind of discomfort, because without a check, you remember that there was this bizarre exchange about the Crucible of Woe yesterday. The idea that, it was powerful enough to bring an entire demon army to destroy the prime material plane. And that was when Lady Sestra stood up and said, I've stopped them before and I'll stop them again. Apparently, her attempts to, cause damage to time and space and to collapse cities and summon gods obviously took its toll on her. And if she passed away and it's not a lie, then maybe she's not going to be there to do it again. Someone's going to have to pick up the slack. But anyway, that's a conversation for another day. Let's get to these conversations. All right. So
I do want to make a perception check, see if anything's going on in the city that I can see.
absolutely,
Yeah, we've obviously
Rooftop.
passed that on.
go
so.
for it. Go for it. Make a perception check from where you are. Absolutely.
Smart.
That will be a 21.
With a 21, you do notice that there is some increased activity at the front gate. You're not really sure what that's about. You see a supply line from your vantage point. They're not stopping people from entering and exiting the city. You just notice an increased military presence of the Lord's Alliance soldiers. You notice, people have a nervous energy about them. But other than that, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary.
All
So,
right.
from where you're standing.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'll let people know that there's a little more, Lord's Alliance activity going on right now.
yeah, I will, absolutely. So they all know that because they're all connected by the earpieces. Let's see. So first day is the second day. All right, give me 1 second. Just gonna make sure. Okay. All right. So again, most of it is boring. I'm just gonna give you the highlights. There are basically two things that happen, plus maybe something generated by the players, what might be the third.
Right.
The first thing is an agent, an intelligent agent. He is a dragonborn. He's a red dragonborn, and he is an intelligence agent for the Zentarum. Steps up and says, I have a message from Prince Ryan. His father was the rightful king, and thus I am here to tell you that soon we will march west. Prepare to bend the knee. And that's all I'm here to tell you. And he turns around and leaves. That gets a little bit of like a kind of like uncomfortable kind of thing going on. And then also, that's followed by a series of very boring interviews and boring fucking speeches that have nothing to do with anything. You almost feel like you're gonna fall asleep in the seat. But then somebody wakes you up that you recognize. There's somebody named Irilith. Okay, I'll give you a quick description of Irilith, and then I'll remind you where you met him previously. He's a half-elf. He's got a very chubby face. He's got a bald head, big belly, very jolly personality, and he's a member of a group. He called himself the Dawn Guard. And you met him out on the open road when you met him, his elven thieving friend Reed, and that was when you first met Rexa. And you found out that Rexa was basically just trying to figure out what the Dawn Guard was all about before basically going back to Priscilla Harper and then becoming friends with Theoden, right? So he gets up there and he says, all right, first of all y'all, fuck all y'all, because honestly, there should be 6 seats up there, all right? Because we're the Dawn Guard and we're running things in Eikosted. So, the fact that you wouldn't let me sit up there means you go fuck yourselves. You, fuck you, fuck you, you fuck
Yeah,
you,
tell
go
him.
fuck yourself. Now, here's the situation. He gets more descriptive than that. I'm going to stop to describe who he's pointing to when he says these things, but he says them rapid fire like, fuck you this, fuck you that, fuck you that, fuck you that, fuck that. But I'll stop for a second. So he basically points at Captain Hemsworth and goes, fuck you, you're a simp, right? He points to Captain Wyatt. Captain Wyatt, like, I don't know you, but you need to go fucking take care of your fucking house because those people are starting to go missing in fucking in your town. So if I were you, I ain't visiting Frinpool anytime soon. He goes, her, you know what, condolences to her, but you know what, she's guilty of genocide, so fuck her too. And everybody goes, oh shit, that's terrible. How could he say that? And then he points to Bluebeard and goes, and you, that's a fake fucking Bluebeard, okay? That fucking embarrassing, that's die. And then turns around and goes,
Bad dad job.
and goes to Lugo and goes, I don't know you, Lugo. All right.
The roots coming in.
Yeah, exactly. And he basically says, you know, I'm okay. Bottom line is that you're all fucking crooked, and you're all gonna take this realm and crash. It's gonna crash and burn because none of you are willing to listen to each other, and you all think the good guys are the bad guys. All right, I'm out of here. And he turns around and he leaves. So, and walks out, and they're all kind of like dumbfounded, like, oh shit, what the fuck was that? So that was the most exciting speech of the day. Before the day ends,
I don't know how I can beat that.
yeah, I was gonna say,
You can't.
there's a really uncomfortable kind of everybody's like, what the fuck do we do now? Is this over? And the guy goes, Ernie? Is it Ernie? It's the penmanship is really bad. Who is this? You're next.
Here.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey.
So you step up in front of the 4-person council with the one empty seat, and what do you do?
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I come as a friend to the natural ones. I ask the council, what have they done to be hunted? Many of you have seen the lengths that the natural ones have gone through to save your own cities and its people. And yet they find themselves being hunted by 3 of the factions for reasons I cannot comprehend. They have been blamed and used as scapegoats for the brood of Kotoa and their orcish revenge. So I ask the council to provide proof that the natural ones have in fact committed the crimes they are accused of, or I ask you to drop all charges.
People are murmuring amongst each other in the
too.
crowd. So
We care about geopolitical stuff, and they're just talking about the natural ones.
it's like, what the fuck
Like,
are they talking about?
Why do they care?
Who the fuck are these natural one guys? So,
We're famous.
so it's interesting. Bluebeard coughs and goes, okay, so just curiosity.
Just
Not that I know anything about these natural ones at all. I have no connection to them whatsoever. Big Bluebeard. I have no connection to them at all. And
You mean besides the fact that your nephew is one of them?
I don't know what he's talking. I'm confused. I don't have.
I don't have a
Do I
nephew.
have a nephew? Anyway, what exactly is, sir, your connection to these individuals called the natural ones, and where are they right now?
I told you, I am a friend of theirs, and I do not have their present location.
Well, isn't it true? Isn't it true? I have need to know information.
off
And
to a different
right now
city.
we need to know. Isn't it true? And he looks over at Captain Wyatt of the Order of the Gauntlet and goes, isn't it true that they are currently wanted for the murder of the Lord Commander of the Order of the Gauntlet? And Wyatt, with his blonde hair and his scruff, the captain goes, that is true, sir. They are wanted in the murder. But they're not here right now, and we could be talking about more important things, shouldn't we? He goes, you're true. It's right. It's of course.
You're true.
And that's why I've come here to ask to see your proof of this accused murder.
And they all kind of look at each other, like, you know. And then at that moment, for the
course.
first time in 2 days, General Lugo of the Zentarum stands up. And everybody's like stunned by the fact that he stands up because he was a virtual statue the whole fucking time. And he goes, I know nothing of these natural ones, but I do know of the brood of Kotoa, and I know about the Zentarum. As of now, they happen to be allies. Oh, everybody goes nuts.
Shit.
That may not be the case in the future, but as of now, they are. We are not aware presently of these war crimes that this orcish revenge has portrayed on the people of the realm. I will report back to Prince Ryan these situations, these zombie plagues that they have created on the people. That is something that I am not currently aware of. And if orcish revenge has been manipulating foul magic, then we will cease to deal with them. But for the time being, we are coming, and we're coming soon. He gets up and he walks out, leaving 3 people on the stage in shocked silence. People in the audience that are wearing Zentarum armor get up and follow him out, obviously. in order to give him like security and protection, so he doesn't just walk out in the street.
Yeah,
by himself.
I'm gonna use the message spells to Sirach and say, Zentarum are leaving. Try to follow them if you can.
So he says
Discreetly.
that too. Yeah, I got you.
Got it. Yep.
So
Keep an eye on it.
so now it's, with the lack of speeches, it just seems like a really awkward way to end the conference. But basically, that's he goes, that comes to an end to the sanctuary. Any of you in the audience that have outstanding warrants for your arrest, I suggest you leave now, because otherwise you probably it just might be a good
It's
idea.
about to go down.
And all of a sudden, people get up and start running out. All of a sudden, people like that, like when they're sitting there, somebody was sleeping, like, huh? Oh shit, let me leave.
Warrants, I'm out of here.
War. Whoop whoop, police.
So the place clears out pretty quick. What would you guys like to do? Let's take it one step at a time. Anybody, throw your 2 cents in.
Can I see Zentarum leaving?
Make a perception check. There is a large crowd of people that are exiting, and you know.
Well, I would hope that they exited before, but
Yeah,
I
probably
understand if
a
the
little
large
bit.
crowd. Well, 11.
You had, let's put it this way, from your vantage point, you had a few like a little over 1,000 feet away. They're turning around the side of the building, and they duck into a corner behind another alleyway, and you lose sight of them from your vantage point. It doesn't mean that you still couldn't try to technically climb down the building and pursue them if you wanted to. It's up to you. Or you could just realize that like they're over 1,000 feet away and let it go. It's really your choice.
I'm gonna let him
They're
go
all
for
the
now.
way over there.
They went that way.
They went that way. So do you guys
I'll let 'em go.
do you guys congregate back at the common area in the inn?
I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna go to the supposed area where Lady Cessra passed away and investigate.
Okay, no problem. Absolutely. So
Just for fingerprints.
well, no, that would be provided that he could actually get into the chamber. So
That's true.
so now there is I need you to do an investigation check to find out where the Emerald Enclave royalty was being kind of like holed up, so to speak. So investigation check for that.
Investigation is +3, right? Yep. +2. Shit. 18.
18. With an 18, you find there is a particular mansion on the edge of the city that has an increased appearance of Emerald Enclave soldiers who are basically on patrol outside. And you find out from a local tavern shopkeeper across the street that that's the building where she passed away. So what would you like to do? It's got high fences with spikes on the top. It's got, from what you can see, it's kind of like a mansion type situation behind barred gates. And there's 3 soldiers in front at the moment.
A misty step through the fence at a location where there's no guards.
Make a stealth check, please.
Where did I put my dice? Fuck, I gotta get a new one. It's a 31.
You find an area along the side of the perimeter of the property. You use Misty Step. Poof, you go through. You are through the gate without any event because no one saw you do it.
Nice.
Now you're on the property. Grassy.
Gonna start. I'm gonna go look for a side entrance, maybe a
Side
service
entrance. Okay.
And I'm gonna
Service
disguise
entrance.
myself as a short elf.
Short elf. So your disguise self is a level spell. What is it?
It's level 1.
Level 1. How many do you have? I'm just curious. I want to keep track of.
Well, this is a new day.
Yes, it is.
But I have 4.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. So you disguise self, easy enough, as a young elf, you said?
Yeah, I mean he's gonna be like a teenage elf.
Teenage elf that doesn't look anything
a
like
little
Buck.
older than old teens.
Okay. All the rest of you at this
Later
point,
teens,
all the
later.
rest of you at this point have congregated
late
back
teens.
in the lower area of the inn and tavern, and I assume that you're wondering at this point where the hell is Baka.
In servant garb or something,
Servant garb. Did you tell them through the earpiece what you were planning on doing?
I just told him I was gonna go investigate Lady
Okay.
Cessra's.
So you have an idea of where he's headed, but you don't have a lot of details because right now he's out of the range of the earpiece. So he can't communicate with you freely. So you're on the property, look for service entrance. Even without a roll, it's easy enough to find a service entrance. It's locked.
It's locked.
I'll lockpick it.
Go for it. Give me a lockpick.
Easy.
+15. 29.
Easily, pop, easily opens. Not a problem for you. So you're inside the building. You're wearing what looks like servant garb, young teenage elf, attractive. No one even bats an eye at you. There are soldiers walking this way, walking that way. No one even looks at you twice.
I'm
Walk
gonna try
right past you.
I'm gonna just search around, walk around, and try to look for the area where
Okay.
their most activity is.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
13.
The lower area is basically service help like yourself and soldiers. When you make your way up to the second level, you do notice that there is increased soldiers, and there is a room at the end of the hall with the door open. You cannot see from your vantage point inside the door, where people are talking in hushed tones, and it's a narrow walkway. And the only way that you would be able to get over there to see in the room would be to engage either the soldiers or the other service staff in conversation. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to get close enough to see inside the room. So what do you do?
I'm gonna use disguise self in an area where no one can see me,
Right.
and look like a shorter elf version of their guards.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So you're wearing the insignia of the Emerald Enclave. You look like shorter version. What race are you? Elf?
Elf, yeah.
Elf, male or female?
Male.
Male. Okay. So you do that. Am I allowed to make like a wisdom saving throw, or are they just accepted? How does this?
Look it up.
Just curious.
Nobody knows.
I think if you touch a part of me that's under disguise, the illusion.
All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make just a wisdom check for the supervisor to see if he recognizes that you're not one of his people. And I rolled a 3, which means he's way distracted by what's going on in that room to give a shit about what division you're from. You're probably from some downstairs for some reason, whatever it is. So you make your way over there, and you're not required to engage anybody in conversation because you're not asking for anything. You're just a soldier looking in the room.
In any case, I'm still gonna stealth in.
Oh, you're still going to stealth in anyway. You
Yes.
have to do it at disadvantage because you have to literally walk past people doing a narrow way.
I rolled a natural 1, so it's a 17.
17.
Fantastic.
And one with a net.
Well, I rolled an 18 plus, which means, well, this is the good news. The good news is that you're noticed as you try to kind of make your way through. Pardon me. They notice you, but they don't care because of how you're dressed in your disguise. I made a wisdom saving throw for the supervisor, the only one that would challenge your presence, and he rolled a 3. He doesn't give a shit about what division you're from. So they see you, but you make your way into the open doorway, and there you need to make a perception check for what you see inside the room.
16.
16. With a 16, you notice the very still body of Lady Sestra laying on top of an unmade bed as individuals stand around her and basically attend to her now dead body. With a 16, you look for evidence of foul play. From this distance with a 16, you do not see any evidence of foul play. It is possible that she died of natural causes and that her body has not been removed from the premises yet.
Is there anyone I recognize?
Make a perception check.
15.
With a 15, you do recognize one person. I don't know if you, the player, is going to remember this person, but I'll just give it a shot. Maybe you wrote it down. Back in Dorai, when she collapsed the city, there was a lieutenant. I named him Lieutenant Keanu because I told you that he looked like Keanu Reeves.
Yep, I remember
That dude is there. And he's basically, inside the room. No one looks like they have this dastardly look like, now we have the power now. Everyone is basically like looking, with their hands crossed in front of them, with their heads down. Everybody's depressed. And Keanu, Captain Keanu is basically, setting up arrangements to get the body back to El Zondo so that they can bury, the Lady Sestra.
Right.
So it wasn't the bottom line is that the result of your sneaking around and disguising
Captain
yourself.
or lieutenant?
From the epaulets on him, he's obviously been promoted to captain.
Okay, Captain.
Yeah, he's no longer a lieutenant. So it basically confirmed you're sneaking around, confirmed the fact that there wasn't an explosion, there wasn't whatever it is. She apparently died of natural causes. Perhaps powerful magic drained her. You know, to the point where she left this mortal coil.
That bitch.
Yeah, well, she was a helpful bitch. She's either a genocidal maniac or a helpful bitch, depending on your point of view. Don't ask Chowder.
Dare you leave us?
What
What would you like to do, Bach?
Captain Keanu, a word privately, sir.
He looks at you very strange. He looks you up and down. Make a persuasion check.
Shit. Oh, that's good. 16.
He flags you like this wordlessly and takes you outside the room. Soldier. And remember, listen, I can't do a Keanu Reeves impersonation. Imagine in your mind, John Wick is talking to you. All right, go ahead.
John, well, I'll be fucking intimidated.
Yeah, well, maybe you should be. He's soldier.
Baba Yaga.
Uh-oh.
Don't hurt the dog.
God damn it. You lose my train of thought. Captain, I'm here as a representative as the natural one to inquire about Lady Cesara's passing. Maybe you remember me. I am Baka, obviously.
You don't look like Baka right now, do you?
I am using a spell.
Baka.
Lady Cesaro is good to us, so I would like to find out more about her
Baka.
death. The short gnome.
He remembers. He remembers. You could see the light bulb pop up in his eyes, and he opens his eyes. And I want you to make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, 11.
11. He says, "All due respect, but I don't have time. All due respect, bro, but I don't have time to answer your questions."
Are you sure you're
You
Keanu?
gotta keep this bus.
Gotta keep it above 50.
Gotta keep it above 50.
Dude, listen, dude. I don't have time for
Dude, this is Napoleon. He loves water slides.
I don't have time. I don't have time to answer your questions about the natural ones, dude. But listen, I appreciate if you're all here to offer your condolences. It's fine. But other than that, I got to go back in that room. I got a lot to take care of.
Sir,
Sounds
we
like
were
Splinter.
Captain.
I only got so
Keanu.
many voices.
Crush from Finding Nemo.
Find a mirror.
Yeah.
Dude.
It sounds like Splinter a little bit.
It does. That Splinter is basically Keanu Reeves. But
Captain,
anyway, yes.
I was
to
the one
talk
who
to him
saved
more.
Talia, and we would like to know because Lady Cesara would have been required to combat the Brood of Kotoa, and now that she has passed, I would like to know if it was foul play or not.
Make a persuasion check with advantage for that specific question.
Why can't I fucking roll one? God damn.
What'd you roll? It's advantage. What'd you roll?
It's 11 again. I can't roll well with this persuasion shit.
He says, foul play. It ain't foul play, dude. She died of natural causes.
I can't take this
Bruh.
conversation seriously.
No, okay, I'll stop. But the bottom line is,
keep
imagine Keanu. But the bottom line is, he says it wasn't foul play. It was. They believe it's of natural causes, and that your concerns are his concerns. You know, he's heard, and you know, because he remembers who you are and remembers that you were instrumental in saving Talia, the granddaughter. He does open up a little bit, even though you rolled an 11. And he says to you, I don't have time. I really have to go back in the room and take care of things. But, you know, you need a God to beat a God. And our God is gone. So I don't know what we're going to do. God help us all. You know, God help us all. And he walks off and goes back into the room.
All right,
So-
I'll head
so-
back to the tavern.
All right. So you
And-
make your way back to the inn. And I'm sure that whatever you need to, do you fill them in?
Yeah.
Yeah, so everything that just went on, you guys got secondhand info of, so you're not in the dark. It is, I'd say, about 6:30 in the evening, 7 o'clock. You do notice. Well, you know what? No, let me get a perception check with advantage. So somebody roll twice, or two of you roll once each. Who's rolling?
I'll do one.
Okay, so PR rolls once, and who else is going to roll with it?
I'll roll.
Okay, so it's Sirach and Pia. A perception check for the lower area in the tavern.
That would be a 12.
12 is not enough.
I kind of figured.
Sirach?
13 probably isn't either.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Okay. Well, anyway, you guys are so wrapped up in the conversation about what went down with Lady Sesra that you're sitting in the common area waiting for your food to come out for another night's dinner. All hell breaks loose.
Oh, fuck you, Chris. Fuck
Fantastic.
Because the basketball player and his henchmen were sneak attack. They get a free round of attack. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
I need everyone to roll initiative. I get a free attack.
Am
but
I here?
Everyone is. This is after you
Ooh.
showed up and
Okay.
filled them in. Everyone is there, including Harry. It's basically a barroom brawl. Okay, so let me.
Nat 20, baby.
Oh, awesome.
Ballroom
awesome.
Blitz.
So,
Barroom massacre.
barroom massacre, perhaps. So the animals are safe. The animals, including Chester, are upstairs in the room. Upstairs, they are safely tucked away. Okay. The horses
Fair.
are next door in the stables. It's just the five of you at a table. When all of a sudden you get attacked from you were so wrapped up in the conversation you didn't realize that they were trying to sneak on you. So let's go with let's see. Let me do this. First of all, let me write the initiatives down just to be cool about it, even though I get a surprise attack. Let's see. So who got higher than a 20?
Aiden, you said you got
Aiden, you had a
20.
you had
I
an
got a
extra 20.
nat 20.
So
Nat
that should
20
be-
plus your dex.
Oh,
dexterity.
He's a 22, I think.
Aiden is 20
Yeah.
what? 22?
Yeah.
Okay, anybody get 20 to 15?
I got 30,
17.
20.
Dirty 20 is Baka. Okay, I'm just going to roll for these dudes for when it is their turn.
Roll
Oh, they
foul.
rolled really low. That's good. Okay. Dudes got the 4. Leader got the 18. So 18 leader. 17 was what, Sirach?
Yes.
Sirach 17. Harry rolled a 9 plus 2 is 11. Pia, what did you get?
16.
6. Oh, nice. Okay, nice packed up to the top, Pia. Okay, 16 is only good for like 5th place. Sorry about that. All right. Well, anyway. So,
When everyone rolls well.
Yeah.
okay, suddenly an arrow,
I mean, I
more
rolled a
like
12.
more like a bolt.
Eight.
A bolt comes flying out of the corner of the darkness and strikes Baka in the back of the head, or at least tries to. Does he dodge out of the way? Let's see. He rolls with advantage. And oh my God, are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. I rolled 2 9s. That's an 18. Does an 18 hit you, Baka?
Yeah, plus 9?
Yeah,
Damn.
he's got a +9.
No, it misses.
Misses.
You got
All right. Well, the arrow comes flying past your head, shoot, boing, 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 and lands into the table. That was his surprise attack. It's a miss. Poor guy. And now we start at the top of the combat round as they basically throw tables up in the air. People scatter, screaming. Food goes flying from the tavern. The tavern lady. Theoden, you go first. You react quicker than everyone else. What do you do? You notice that there are 4 humans that are fat and brawler-looking dudes, and then there's the really tall, thin, dark-skinned guy who looks more roguish in his approach because he seems like he's got a crossbow, he's got a couple of daggers. So you're thinking that he might be like a rogue.
And they're all like right in front of me.
They're all well, let's put it this way: they're all circling around you. They're within 20 feet.
Okay.
You know, let's put it this way: the guy who's the leader is the furthest away. You'd have to use all of your movement to attack the leader.
So the rogue guy is the leader or no?
Well, actually, do me a well, no, he attacked, so then he reveals his hide. He's not hidden anymore because he just attacked. All right. So anyway, the rogue is the leader, and the muscular bouncer looking guys are basically closer than he is.
I'm going for one of them.
Okay, cool. So
Um,
tell me what you do. Make it thematic. Listen to me. Theatrical.
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 I'm gonna take my warhammer, and I'm gonna sheath my shield, and hold it two-handed. I'm charging. Raw!
Two-handed Warhammer.
Boom! And come in. As I'm
Absolutely.
running.
Beautiful. I love it. Make me a hit roll against one of the henchmen. The one closest to you has interestingly enough, he's got a Warhammer much like yours. Maybe that's the reason why you attacked him first.
Who has the bigger warhammer?
I don't know. I think they'd have
Obviously Theoden.
to.
Let me
Rexo would agree
I'd
with
have to
that.
measure it.
27.
Tape measure.
Oh, 27 is a hit. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I am sure 27 hits.
Then D10. I need a D10.
D10 because he's using his warhammer two-handed.
200 Warhammer. One sec. Give me a minute, will ya?
Oh, there's no problem. Roll that 10-sided. Add your damage from your belt of giant strength. Don't forget.
Right. Well, how much damage is the belt of giant strength?
I think it's a +7. I think. Not 100% sure. It's your character
Oh,
sheet.
yeah. Vicious weapon. Oh, no. That's
A vicious weapon is a benefit. I think if you roll a natural 20, something
He
cool
should
happens.
Yeah,
be at a
plus
plus
7.
Plus
plus
7. So
7.
D10 plus 7.
20.
20 points of damage. Boom! You crack his skull in half.
Rip.
But he's not down. He just looks a little woozy.
Right.
As a war priest, you do realize that like 3 times a day with your bonus action, you could swing again.
Yes.
So do it, unless you don't want to. You don't have to.
I wanted to save it.
You can save it. It's your character. I just want to make sure you're not forgetting. That's all.
We
No, I
might need
know.
it later.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
cool. Hold it. 3 times a day you can attack what you.
He's trying to make me get rid of it.
No, I don't want you to get rid of
No,
it. It's just that
no.
you never use it, bro. I
I
don't want.
know.
That's just what
I know.
spellcasters do. Like, oh, we might need it later. I won't cast it now.
And
So
we'll
you
never
crack him
fucking
over the
use it.
head. He spits out a tooth. Tooth goes flying, basically spins around on the table like a top. And he looks back at you with a ferocious look, and he basically he's ready to swing back at you with the hammer, but time freezes. Is there anything you'd like to do with your bonus action, or
Yes.
what would you like to do?
Spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon and astral projection of a weapon 20 feet in size magically appears in the air. What does it look like, Theoden?
It looks like a great axe.
Great axe.
One side, one faced.
One face axe, a chaba. So it spins in circles and attacks who?
It's going to attack the guy that I was on.
Okay, it appears behind his head and chop. Hassan, chop. Let me get the attack roll, please.
I'm just looking up the spell quick.
The spell, I believe, is 2d8 damage, I think.
Yeah, one.
And I think you roll to hit.
It
So
depends on what spell, what level I use it at.
well, it's up to you. You let me know.
Third.
Third level. So what is that? Does that make it
So 3d8.
3d8? Got it.
Yeah. All right.
You got to roll to hit. Roll to hit.
Oh, God damn it. I missed.
It's all right. It doesn't
I rolled
disappear.
a 3.
All right. You rolled a 3. It misses. 3 plus what? What is your spell adjustment modifier?
It's not high enough. 5.
No, it's not enough. So it swings.
Oh, no. Plus 9.
Even plus 9 and 12 is not
Yeah.
enough. So it makes an arc, and the guy whoosh backs off like this as it cuts across his face and gives him a close shave, but not much else. So your turn is over. Baka, you are next. What would you like to do? Theoden is already engaged with one of the 4 henchmen, and a quick look around and you find the leader in the corner, basically aiming a crossbow at you, and he's pissed. He's cursing at himself that he missed.
I'm gonna go for the leader.
Okay, so what do? You sprint up to him? You fire at a distance?
I'm gonna use a fainting attack. How close is he? Or far?
I say about 25 feet.
Yeah, so I'll get up right in his face.
Right up in his
Use
face.
my battle maneuver fainting attack.
What is that? Tell me.
I get advantage on the next time I attack. And if it hits, add a superiority die to my attack damage roll.
Go for it. Absolutely. What weapon are you using?
Rapier
Rapier.
with the offhand historian.
Rapier.
So he's got 2 weapons.
Oh, that's a 30.
Oh, 30 I think hits. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Are
He's
you
a
sure?
sneaky dude, but 30 hits.
Okay. 8. 8, so 16. plus 9. So yeah, that's 25 damage.
Oh my goodness. 25.
Oh
25
my
hurts. You
God.
slash him across the side of his head. Blood splurts out. Yes, exactly. It almost hits you in the eye, but doesn't. Ugh.
With the
Disgusting.
Okay.
offhand, it's gonna be a
What'd you hit him with the offhand?
17.
17 does not hit. He parries that one. Ching. With his he basically drops his no, I'm sorry. He uses his crossbow to knock the Historian one out of the way, and basically drops it and grabs his daggers.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack with the main hand again.
Go for it.
I just dropped my T20. That's a 21.
21 is a hit. 2 out of 3 strikes hit.
It's a 17 damage.
17 damage. Nice. Outstanding. He's hurt. He's hurt. And he spits that blood out of his mouth into your face and goes, "You can't kill me, little one." All right.
I just roll my eyes.
You roll your eyes at him, and your turn is over, and now it's his turn to strike at you. Let's see. What would he like to do with his bonus action? He wants to... Does he want to disengage from you? Does he want to... No.
Right. I'm gonna say, you better run and hide, bitch.
What is he gonna do? What's he gonna do? He's going to. Well, first thing he's gonna do.
I was just thinking that.
He's going
Base
to
drop.
just take. He's gonna strike at you twice with his. Well, no, no, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. He wouldn't do that. He's gonna disengage.
Oh,
Yeah, he's gonna disengage. He's gonna jump over the bar.
he did drop his crossbow though. You said
He did cross his crossbow. He did drop his crossbow. He's going to jump under the bar, and he's doing something under the bar, but you can't see what it is. Okay, and his turn is over. Now, Sirach, what are you doing?
What a
All
waste.
right. I'm going to try to pick these other guys off. I know one is engaged with Theoden, correct?
Yes, correct. 3 more are rushing you guys, your table.
What's their distribution?
When you see distribution, they're about 15 feet away, and they're encircling you guys. So I'm not really sure.
So my question, how close are they to each other? Is really
They're more than 10 feet away from each other. This
curses.
particular time, they're not quite close enough to be next to each other.
Okay.
You'd have to. Well, how about this? If you want to hold your action to the end of the round, they may use their movement to rush forward and thereby be closer. It's up to you.
They also may be in your face by then.
Or they might also be in your face by then, maybe possibly taking away your distance attack. So I don't know. So it's up to you. You can choose to do what you like.
In that case, what? So there's 4 of them total,
4
right?
total.
4 total. One's with Theoden,
One's
the other
engaged with
3.
Aim. The other 3 are basically they're frozen in time, basically looking to charge the table. You get up in time before
Okay.
they get to you, and you look around, and he's here, he's there, but
Got
they're
it.
kind of far away from each other.
Okay.
know?
I'll go after one of them then.
Okay. So,
So
with
I
what
will-
weapon?
My rapier and my scimitar.
Rapier and scimitar. Go for it. Make attack. You charge forward at one of them, covering the 15 feet easily.
So
Make that
that's
first
going-
hit roll.
It's going to be an 18 plus.
18
with
plus
the
is a-
scimitar.
Is a hit.
So that's-
Scimitar of speed. Baylor's scimitar.
so that's going to be 11 points of damage.
Absolutely, that is successful. You literally slice off his ear.
I'm going to hit with the rapier for a nat 20.
Oh, don't forget to double all the damage.
Yep.
That's right.
My D8. Okay, so that's going to be 16 points of damage for the
Oh
rapier.
my god. 16.
So scary.
So scary.
A lot of damage.
Oh my god, main hand again with the scimitar, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
I
Although
don't even need to use my double.
I got
attack.
screwed with the damage, so it all kind of evens out. So that's going to be 7 times 2 is 14.
14. plus but you added your. Is the 7 is with your modifiers?
Yeah, 7 with my
Oh,
modifier,
okay,
then
okay.
doubled is 14.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, damn.
But then the scimitar lets me attack one more time.
Yes, because it is a scimitar of speed, bonus action.
And that will be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a hit.
And that will be better damage this time. So that's going to be 11 points of damage.
You cut him 3 times, and you feel like you finished him off. Do you want to describe it? Is there anything specific about how you take this guy out?
Was that the one I was on or no?
No, different one.
Just
He
another
got
guy.
up from the table and basically slashed this guy 3 times. And
Okay.
it's one of those deals where the last one's basically in his throat, and you're like pushing it in, and he's looking at you, and you see the light fading out of his eyes.
He's like,
Okay, so kind of like Zorro, just like
Yeah.
boom, 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 and then just like the last one, I just kind of like have him come closer to me
Yep.
with the last stab.
And his last breath, it's a COVID breath, and he let him know. So,
I dig it. Dig it.
anyway, listen, we're in weird times, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so he is done. You used your bonus action, you used your movement and your action, so you're finished.
Yep.
After Sirach, it's Pia. Pia, what would you like to do? You look like Nog, but you have the power of Pia.
Ooh, fancy.
Yes.
That's
What would you like to
pretty
do?
cool.
So the leader one.
This leader one was taking aim with a crossbow at Baka. Baka charged him. They had a little bit of like a ting, 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 and then he jumped behind the bar. Right now, you know he's behind the bar, but you can't see him.
Don't worry
Okay,
about him.
I can't see him.
Nope.
Can I get into position where I can?
You can try.
Yeah,
Make a
let's-
perception check.
Yeah, let's do that. And that is a 14.
A 14. Do you attempt to move to the side of the bar where you can see over the bar?
Sure.
So you move over
Why
to the
not?
bar. It takes 15 feet of movement. You still have what? The 15 left?
Yep.
You look over the bar, he's not there.
Oh, all right. Well, then I guess I'm going to turn around
Yes.
and hit someone else. Who can I hit?
You have 2 guys that are looking at Theoden. There's 3 of the henchmen. They
Yep.
basically look like ball bruisers, hired mercenaries.
You
Who
know
basically, one of them is injured by Theoden's hammer crush, and the other 2 haven't been touched yet. Sirach basically just killed one in a flash.
I have triple Eldritch Blast. Why don't I just hit all 3 of them? One to
Okay,
each.
one each. Literally, you take aim at all 3. Go for it. Roll to hit. Do
All
one
right.
at a time.
Sweet. All right. So number 1 is
Blackish, purplish, vomit-like fluid comes out of his fingertips, curved with maggots, come flying, splash on all of them. What's the first?
17.
17 just misses the first one, but their maggots are everywhere.
Oh,
You can imagine what's going to be like to clean that up. What's the next one?
even lower. 14.
Oh my God, there's maggots everywhere.
Oh my god. All right. 21.
21, the one that's fighting Theoden got splashed right on the back of his head. It would have hit Theoden right in his face, but literally this guy's head was in the way and was flat.
If Theoden didn't have the reflexes of a cat.
Okay.
And that hits for 11 damage.
11 damage, not enough to kill him, but now he feels the burrowing of these insects in his ears and around the sides of his face and his mouth. He's trying to get it out. It's distracting him. It's one of them trying to burrow its way into his eye. It's disgusting.
Good.
So your turn, I believe, is over unless you'd like to do. You have a bonus action of some kind, or
Not one I want to use.
okay, so we'll hold
No,
off
no.
on you. After
Yep.
that is Harry. Harry takes a deep breath, gets up from his chair, and goes over to the one Theoden is fighting, the one that's trying to get a fucking maggot out of his eye, and he tries to hit him over the head with his mace of smiting. He says before he does that, "We got to get the fuck out of here. We're going to get arrested," he says. So he rolls a 19 plus. Well, it's a hit, but what did he get? 19 plus 5, 24 for his hit roll. And his damage is not that much because he's not as strong as Theoden. Let's see. He does 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Bonk, hits him on the back of the head. The guy barely notices. And he's got a bonus action. His bonus action, he is going to say, "Platinum Dragon, come to me and burn these motherfuckers." And his spiritual weapon, basically shaped like the head of a dragon, shows up in the air and breathes fire on the one that basically is fighting with Theoden.
That's pretty cool.
But unfortunately, the fire goes haywire and hits nothing. It's basically a big light show that doesn't do anything. But it's there. It's there. It's sharing
But
time.
it looks cool.
It looks real cool. But it's sharing time with your axe. After that, the henchmen go. The one that's fighting Theoden gets 2 attacks.
Fucking bitch.
Okay, and I rolled an 8 and a 7, even with my plus. For what's your armor class with no shield?
It's what, -2, right?
It's 18, I think.
No, 19.
19. So you're 19 with no shield.
How do you think?
Yeah, what are you 21 with a shield?
Yeah.
How is that? Wait a minute. How do you get 19? What? Tell me about your shield. What is your shield? Something doesn't sound right about that. I'm not saying that you're lying. I think that you might have.
Did
it
you get that
mixed up.
+1 shield maybe?
2 plus
didn't
1.
he
Yeah.
buy a new shield?
So if you have a shield +1, the shield gives you 3 points of protection. So what's your armor class with?
So it would be 18. Yeah.
18. So you're 18 with no shield, 21 with the shield. Okay, so the highest I rolled was a 16. So both attacks from that guy missed. So one of them is going to charge at Sirach. And I rolled a 17 and an 18. So that's a 25 and a 26. Do both of them hit you, Sirach?
Yes.
Okay, so let me go with
Well, so actually,
Yeah.
one of them will hit. The second one will not,
because you're using
because I have multi-attack defense.
as your reaction,
As
or
my
or is it just an ability?
I think it's just an ability. It's if I get attacked, the second attack I have +4 to my AC.
So I rolled a 25 and a 26. So the second
Oh
one
wait,
is the-
25 and 26. I thought you said 24 and 26.
No, I rolled a
Because
25.
the
and a
24 would have done it, but okay. So yeah, both hit. Both
Sorry.
hit. You're right. No, you're fine.
All
You're
right.
fine. That was mine.
So
That
that's
was my
cool.
mistake.
All right. So let's go with
For you.
let's see. So both of them attack. Oh my god, I rolled a 7 and an 8.
Nice.
Plus 3 on each. So 78, 15 plus 6. 21 points of slashing damage, Sirach. He basically comes at you with fierce blades, and you were basically in that kind of death dance with the other dude. He basically came up right behind you and stabbed you twice. So the other one is going to go after Pia. Pia, it's 2 attacks, but they both roll at disadvantage because if you're close with Cloak of Displacement. So I rolled a 16 and a 2, so the first attack misses. And I rolled a natural 20, but that doesn't count. And a 15 plus 8 is 24. So the second attack hit you, Pia, but at least it wasn't a natural 20. So
Okay.
the attack is...
Gotta look on the bright side.
Damn you and your cloak.
So with the 2 attacks on you, Pia, one of them struck for 10 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
So 10 points. So those 2 guys attacked. And then the guy from behind the bar, let's see, he comes out. He's in hiding. He attack. We can't. No, wait. He's going to hide first. Let's make a stealth roll. Do me a favor. Everybody make a perception check.
Perception.
Let me know what you get.
A
10.
22. 21, sorry. 21.
21.
10.
What'd you get, Baka?
10.
10. Okay. Cool. So he charges from his hidden position out from behind a curtain, a tapestry that's hanging out of the wall. You thought for sure that he was behind the bar.
I thought the
but
boss just had his turn.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Yeah, he his turn. He rolled 18.
Oh, you're right. Imagine retcon.
Oh, but now he's behind a
Retcon.
tapestry.
No. He's okay. Forget I said he was behind the tapestry. Shh. He's hiding in
there
the
anymore.
tapestry. Woo. He's not behind the
I'm gonna
tapestry.
take a bow and arrow and shoot the tapestry.
Shoot the
now.
fucking tapestry. Okay, so it's the top of the combat round. It's not his turn yet. I made him jump the round accidentally. It's actually top of the combat round, which is Theoden. Theoden, what would you like to do? You can't see the main guy he's hiding. I'm sorry. You rolled a low
That's-
perception.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. But you can see 3 other dudes, one that's got a hammer like yours that has big maggots on his head, and 2 other that have not been injured yet.
Well, the one that's on me,
Yeah.
I'll go for him.
Go for him. Make a swing.
Go, baby.
Swing that hammer
Swing.
two-handed.
Ooh, 18 plus 13.
That is a hit. I think 31 hits anything.
Yeah. D10 plus 8. 14 plus 8. What's 14 plus 8?
22.
22.
That's how much damage you did?
Yes, sir.
You came down with the hammer, slid your
Bam.
hands forward over the top of his head, and you heard something crack, and his head scooched to the
How
side.
does he look?
He looks like his spine is sticking out the side of his head, and he slumps to the ground. He's dead.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna use my
Very, very.
Well, you have your spiritual weapon out.
Well, I'm gonna use my second attack.
Okay, melee attack. You
On
can
the
use your
guy
bonus
next to him.
action. Absolutely, go for it. So you swing, wide arc, make a hit roll.
Boom.
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 People are running out of the bar, stampede style.
20.
20 is a hit.
Oh. Okay.
That's your as a war cleric. That is your bonus action melee attack.
Yeah.
Swing that hammer.
23.
23. It was very hurtful. His feelings are very His feelings are very hurt. Now you still have, if I'm not mistaken, you're still allowed to attack with your spiritual weapon because it's up and out.
Yeah, it's coming right after me.
Go for it.
Boop, boop, boop.
Spiritual axe.
Ooh, I didn't like that. 5 plus 9.
14 is a miss, unfortunately. Spiritual weapon has been your spiritual weapon is distracted by the
Yeah,
big
I'm not going with
dragon
the
head
axe
in the
next
air.
time. That's all.
Yeah. So your turn is over, and next up is Baka. Baka, you made a perception check. Your perception check is a 10. You have no idea where this guy is. Sorry, you can't shoot the tapestry.
Right.
I mean, you don't know where he is. Sorry. I
I'm
spoke.
gonna hold my action.
Holding your action for what specifically?
For him to reappear.
Holding his action for him to
For,
reappear.
for him to come
Not
out of
a
the
problem.
tapestry.
Not a problem. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna just swing your sword at him? Multi-attack?
Seeing as how I don't know where he is and he's no longer behind the bar, I'm gonna pull out my boom shot.
Boomstick in the hand, basically looking around for any kind of movement. So you're holding your action until you see that, not a problem. So after you, now you're going to go simultaneously as he goes, because out of the corner of your eye, you see a rustle in the tapestry. Well, the curtain or the whatever the hell you want to call it, that's covering a window. And he jumps out and stabs at you, sneak attack style. And this time I got a 25.
To
So
hit?
25 hits you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I get.
But he gets a sneak attack. I can't
Yes.
see
Well,
him coming.
he used his bonus action to hide, and I asked you to make a perception check, and his hide was higher than your perception, so you didn't see him. You didn't know where I was. So his bonus action is dead. Now his main action is to stab at you, and I rolled a 25.
Okay.
So he got you. So I get to roll that.
Does that not compute with your liking, Seth?
Nah, I mean it's just that's not how I always get stealth, but yeah. Or
Oh,
how
it's
I get sneak attacks.
close. It's close. Come on, it's close.
You always
Come
make me
on.
backstab them
It's close. It's close.
or shoot them from afar.
Well,
He's
listen.
dungeon master.
You're basically having him attack me when I've been waiting for him, get a stealth attack, but I've been waiting for him to
Yes,
reappear.
the point is that you're going to attack him at the same time he does. It's like a simultaneous thing. You're not losing your action, but he did sneak to a spot.
Okay, I'm
sneak to a
gonna
spot and
I'm gonna pull this on you next time.
I hope so.
I want a
Whatever-
stealth attack.
Okay. It's not as much damage as you think, but it's a lot. So let's see. 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20, a lot of ones. 20 points of damage.
I'm gonna half that uncanny
Have
dodge.
that uncanny dodge, so it's only 10 points of damage. That is his first attack, and he gets a second attack, but that one is not a sneak attack. 14 plus 9 is 23. Does that hit you?
Yep.
Okay, so that one's not a sneak attack. That one is 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 points of slashing damage from the dagger. Okay, cool. So his turn is done. At the exact same time he slashed at you, you pulled the trigger. So roll to hit.
1 second.
The boomstick. Boom!
Boom,
Natural
boom.
20.
Natural 20! Make sure you double everything. I believe you. We love you. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't.
Well, it's like you listen. When you run your game, we got to figure out another way to tabulate these rolls.
Yeah,
I
we're
use the
gonna
honor
have to.
system. The honor system.
It's gonna be like the poker games with the
In all
cameras.
honesty, in all honesty, on death saving throws or player versus player stuff, we have an app we'll use to check the scores. So, but for right now, it's the honor system. So, how much damage did you do with your boomstick?
46 damage.
46 points of damage. You shoot him right dead center in his chest. There is a gaping hole where his abdomen, where his intestines should be. He looks down and goes, "Ah!" He looks back at you and jumps at you. Now we freeze time there. He's not dead yet. He looks like he's close to death, but he's got at least 1 or 2 more strikes left in him.
I do get another shot, you know.
Oh, you do? Oh, so you know what? He charges at you
Fighter
and
5.
then you pull the trigger?
Yep.
Pull the trigger. Bonus action.
No, it's just not. It's not a bonus action.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. It's your regular action, 2 actions in a turn, because you are a partial fighter.
Yep. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a hit. Do you want to describe it? You don't even have to roll for damage. You only had 2 hit points left.
It was gonna be 25 damage, but yeah. So he got shot in the chest, and he
got shot in
one
like
last
this.
attempt.
He made one last attempt to lunge at you with the 2 daggers because he's literally there's a huge hole in where his intestines should be, and he knows he's gonna die, but he wants to take you with him.
I'm gonna like knock the dagger coming out of me with the gun I just shot out of his hand.
Comes out of his hand
from me, and then like stick the gun up to his neck and aiming towards his brains and shoot.
The dagger you knocked out of his hand flipped out and stuck into the side of the bar on the fly. Gun up under, boom! There's literally a shower of brain matter and skull pieces hit the ceiling and come draining down from the ceiling. And he slumps down. He didn't have to bend down because he's so much taller than you. You just went up like this and boom, you know. So yeah, he basically he's wallpapered the place with his brain. He's done.
Nice.
Bad decision for them to try to cash in on that wanted poster.
And bonus action hide.
Bonus action hide. Let me just give me a stealth roll real quick.
25.
25. So I'm going to roll an 11 for that one and an 18, a dirty 20, which isn't a 25. So the 2 guys left on the battlefield, the 2 bruisers, they have no idea where you hid. Okay, so after Baka, the leader would go, but he's brain matter, so he doesn't go. Sirach, what would you like to do? Just so you know, these 2 dudes, the 2 remaining dudes, are within 5 feet of each other now.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
In case you need it, for whatever reason.
I do, actually. Well, I mean, he stabbed me, so I'm going to stab him back. So, scimitar first.
Scimitar!
Shit you not.
Natural 20!
Again. At 20, so.
Fuck it.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's going to be 22 points of damage.
22.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on death's door. Sliced him right across his neck. Blood squirted out. You know that this guy's got a few seconds before he's going to fall.
I'm going to poke him with a rapier.
Rapier?
That will be a
little light poke.
Yeah, light poke. That's
Little
18 to hit.
18 hits.
Then that's going to be 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage is enough basically to stick right through his belly and out through his back. And he grabs your hand and drops down to his knees and falls backwards and breaks a chair underneath him.
Okay.
That guy's done. There's only 1 guy left. He hasn't been touched, but he looks terrified.
He better be. So scimitar on him. That's going to be a 22 to hit.
22 to hit as a hit.
That will be 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Not enough to really do that much of but you hit him. Anything else?
Yeah. So I did kill that one guy.
Yes, you did. So Hordebreaker?
Will you rule Hordebreaker still to be a thing since he's within 5 feet?
They are. I mean, I don't see why not.
Yep.
I mean, that seems to go with the rules. Unless we're doing it wrong. Someone on the internet help us. Are we doing Hordebreaker wrong? If not,
I mean, if I needed to attack the other guy first, I don't know.
Send us an email. Tell us you love us. Tell us that we're doing Hordebreaker wrong. But anyway,
click that subscribe button.
So
click that subscribe button, please.
So with Hordebreaker, he gets a rapier attack.
Rapier.
which will be a 22 to hit.
22 is a hit. Did I mention that his blood was soaked, absorbed into the blade of your scimitar as if the blade was eating it? I'm wondering if I had said that.
You said that prior battles, but you
So
didn't
I
say
just
it this
needed,
time.
I needed to say it again. I'm sorry, continue.
Yeah. No, that's good. Absorbed
So the
in.
rapier slashes him
No,
across
I
the
like
mid-
that. I like that.
Yeah, I like it. So rapier slashes him for another 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. He's seriously hurt, but not dead.
But the scimitar gets to attack again.
Because the scimitar is the
It's
scimitar
broken.
of speed. It is broken.
Broken. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
18 to hit is a hit. He needed 18. That is his armor class.
And that is 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Again, he looks real bad, but he's hanging in there, fighting for dear life. Your turn is now over. Pia, what would you like to do? You see that he's basically turning him into a Thanksgiving turkey, Sirach, but he's not done. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll finish him off with the triple Eldritch Blast.
Triple Eldritch Blast. Foom, foom, foom.
Why
Go
not?
for it.
Okay.
Cover your friend with Eldritch maggots. Go for it.
24,
24 is a hit.
18,
18 is a hit. You needed 18.
Nice.
and 27.
All three of the Eldritch Blasts strike the enemy. He was actually thinking of running because of everybody else that fell, but you guys didn't give him a chance. You stabbed him and Eldritch blasted him. So tell me how much damage you do. Let's see if you can finish him off.
First one does 11.
11.
Second one does 9, and the third one does 7.
Somewhere between the second and the third, you notice that the force of the blast, while it appears to be liquid, is not. It's actually an energy force, a necrotic force. It appears to burn his face completely off to its skeleton, and he falls down, holding his face like he's the Red Skull, and all of a sudden he screams and stops moving. And you notice that the maggots are eating away the flesh on his face, and he is
What a
dead.
horrible way to go.
That is a hard way to go.
In Nog fashion.
It's Harry's turn, and Harry basically looks at him on the floor, turns around, rushes to the door, opens the door, and you hear him go, "Oh my God. Guys, you need to get out here now."
Uh-oh.
Oh fuck.
So do you guys go outside?
Yeah.
I guess so.
As you make your way outside, you notice that not only is there a battalion of Lord's Alliance soldiers mustering up outside, but they've got a few of the other factions to help them.
This is your fault, Chris.
You've got well, I made you guys make a perception check to see if you noticed that guy in the general area, and you guys rolled, I think it was like a 12 and a 13.
I didn't roll that.
Somebody rolled a 12 and somebody rolled a 13. You needed a 15 or higher. That was the group roll for perception to see.
Yeah,
the
that was
guy.
me and Pia.
So you guys were basically chilling out in this place while they were making plans on how to fucking attack you. It was one of those deals where you just didn't see. The guy was a rogue like you are. He was hiding in the shadows. It's understandable. So
Obviously wasn't that good of a rogue.
so as you open the door, the double door of the inn and tavern, and open it up, you notice that the entire street is flooded with dozens and dozens of soldiers from all four of the factions, waiting for the chaos in the bar to finish before they decide to come in and apprehend the wanted criminals. And that's where we'll end today's episode. Episode
Say
21.
something.
You can say it. You can say that's the end of the episode, but you can say something. Go for it.
I was gonna say, as Nog, you guys are too late. We already took care of them.
Duly noted. That will definitely be in my memory bank, whirling around, and you'll probably have to make some sort of perception check. No, I mean some sort of persuasion check, and we know how good your persuasion checks are.
Oh,
But the bottom line is that is the cliffhanger ending of episode 21. Thank you guys for joining us. Please like and subscribe. We love playing D&D. It is a joy to do this on the internet, especially in the age of COVID.
and to be able to share it.
Yes, it's great. It's great. We
Absolutely.
get to experience D&D. We get to share it with everybody. Hopefully you watch and you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. It's usually Mondays. Next week we will play probably at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I will make notices on social media if we can't meet at 6. Sometimes we have to meet at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But right now it's Monday at 6. Anybody want to say anything before I sign it off?
Thanks
Yes,
for watching.
we're ending early so they can pay Shadowlands.
No, not really. It's. I think we started. Hold on a second. We
No,
started.
okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know, there is truth in jest. There is truth in jest because I got to be honest with you.
Our viewers
know,
are probably playing too.
Oh,
Fuck.
exactly. If
Yeah,
there's
right.
somebody be watching. This is the day that the expansion for World of Warcraft Shadowlands. Someone's gonna watch this video
Literally,
like 6 months from now
The
and not know
second
what the hell we're talking
started,
about.
it dropped.
Not a
Yes,
sponsor.
it's not a
Yeah,
sponsor.
no.
We are not sponsored by World of Warcraft. We just happen to be fans and players. 3 out of the 5 of us, and it dropped the minute we started our stream. But I must say, we went from 6 to 9:35. That's 3.5 hours. That's a normal D&D stream. So this is the cliffhanger ending.
You always gotta
Come
leave
on,
it a cliffhanger
Seth.
ending.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
right?
trying. Got it, So anyway, we will be back here next Monday at 6 o'clock. We hope to see you here too. Thanks so much for watching and have a great night.